Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's live stream. I am your host here, Joseph Pisani. As you can see here, we're taking a live look at the radar right now. We do have tornado warnings ongoing in Missouri this evening, so we are coming to you live this evening with another episode of Stormcast. Great to be on here with you. Later this evening, we'll be joined by some of our team members. Also, if you are new to the live stream, be sure to hop in that live chat. We are going to be taking a look at everything that we have going on. We've got a big area of severe weather, as you can see here. This is that slight risk area that stretches all the way from Texas, all the way up here, everywhere you see here in the yellow. This goes all the way up into western New York. Here's a closer look at that area that we're talking about and all of the warning polygons that we can see going from Texas up here through Oklahoma, a ton in Missouri, Iowa, over into Illinois, and in Ohio and Pennsylvania. So let's dive right into this evening, giving you guys the latest analysis on the severe thunderstorm warnings, tornado warnings, reports, checking with some of our storm chasers. It's going to be a full evening this evening, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, subscribe to the channel so you guys get notified when we are live. Also, give that video a like, give it a thumbs up, and share the video out with a friend who needs to know what's going on. So let's get right to it. Let's go right into our tornado warning here in Missouri. This is southeast of Kansas City, Missouri that we're looking at here. So this is that storm just northeast of Clinton, and there is a tornado that was reported with this storm by a storm chaser here 2 miles east-northeast of Clinton, Missouri. Again, this is in western Missouri, southeast of Kansas City, Missouri. And we can see that tight couplet there. Yep, just northeast of Clinton, just northeast of the Golden Valley Memorial Hospital there. And these storms are not quite as intense as what we saw yesterday, but still nonetheless, we are seeing these. Again, this is an observed tornado that we have here northeast Clinton, now coming into the Lewis area. So Lewis, Calhoun, and eventually up here toward Windsor. All of you guys need to be taking your tornado precautions. This is a developing situation here this evening. So if you're just joining, Raul Perez, thank you for hopping in here this evening. Yes, this is the current tornado warning here. This continues here for another 26 minutes. So this goes till 6:45 Central. With that, there is this larger watch area that you see here in the red. This tornado watch is going to be going all the way until 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Central Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. So we've got a lot to cover here. So we've got that tornado warning. I'm seeing there is another tornado warning here as well. Let's take a look. This is in Illinois, crossing into Wisconsin area here. This is west of Freeport. Yeah, you can see this rotation here just on the northeast side of Stockton. This is just radar indicated rotation, but nonetheless, we are seeing that here. This goes until 6:45 Central there for Joe Davies and northwestern Stevenson counties there in Illinois. That will be kind of moving up here toward between Nora and the Wadhams Grove area, eventually up here toward Winslow. So if you are in those areas in northern Illinois, just south of the Wisconsin border, need to be in the lowest level of your home, away from windows and doors while this storm is moving through. It does have a little bit of a hooking signature here. So we are seeing that with this storm. Also a pretty decent hail core as well there in Nora. So that's our second tornado warning. I think those are the only two. No, we actually have a third one here. Oh, that's right. There's two down here. So this one down here in Missouri, this is an observed tornado, guys. This has been observed by storm chasers in the area. Let me see if we've got anyone out here. I don't think we do. We don't have any live streams up in this area. But nonetheless, Definitely seeing that rotation. It is looking a little bit more broad than it was just a few minutes ago. There it is going through Clinton. So that's what prompted that observed tornado warning. It pretty much went right through Clinton, and now has weakened pretty substantially. So the tornado threat is definitely diminishing. As soon as I saw something, we got to get on here and get live. So that's why we're on here, because even though it's just a slight risk for severe weather today, we are seeing that there are indeed tornadoes this evening in these areas. New mesoscale discussion here. Severe weather threat for Tornado Watch 122 continues. Hail and damaging winds are likely. A couple tornadoes also remain possible. A downstream weather watch could be needed for later this evening, though the storm longevity is a bit unclear. So that's here for pretty much central and northern Missouri up into eastern Iowa, is where this circle here that I'm kind of highlighting here, that's that new what we call a mesoscale discussion. So we do have our storm chaser, Nick Smigo. He is out here on this severe thunderstorm warning. Let's check in with Nick. It's looking a little rainy out there where he's at, so he definitely has some rainfall coming in there in Iowa. A storm is just off to his north there. It is a severe thunderstorm warning here. He is there near Albia, Iowa. Obviously, cell coverage can be a little bit spotty there at times, but he is out, as well as a few others here in eastern Iowa. And this storm's looking like it's got some signs of rotation too. No tornado warning on it yet, but definitely seeing some rotation here on this storm. That's why a lot of our storm chasers are out here. So this could potentially go tornado warned soon. Would not be surprised to see that happen. Let me kind of play this back here. Yeah, that storm's definitely looking to get its act together. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this storm up here, southeast of Des Moines, near Oskaloosa and Ottawa. So that storm there in Iowa. This storm up here near Rockford, Illinois. We did have these tornado reports earlier, not too long ago as well. That was a funnel cloud there. So that was funnel cloud. That was another quick one. 3 funnel cloud reports on that storm. That's now in the Rockford area, no longer warned. Monroe, with this tornado warning that we were just looking at, they have not reissued that warning. So still a severe thunderstorm warning. Tornado possible tag, though, is noted there. That is for southeastern Lafayette and southern Greene County here in central Wisconsin. So keeping an eye on this situation here. Joining us now is my partner, Rob. Rob, great to have you here on the live stream this evening. We're keeping an eye on some of these storms here that we're looking at in Illinois and also down here in Missouri.
Yeah, copy that. So looks like we did have a confirmed tornado warning over in Missouri, but that has since expired. We now just have one tornado warning on the board for portions of Illinois. This is going to be for northeastern Joe Davies and northwestern Stevenson counties. This is just radar indicated for now, but is also producing half-dollar size hail near Stockton.
Yeah, so definitely keeping an eye. And a lot of what I've noticed here, Rob, this evening is it seems like a lot of our tornadoes this evening are kind of quick hitters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're not long track. They're kind of just very quick. Broad. You get broad rotation, brief touchdowns. They're not long track like they were yesterday.
Yep.
So, do you know what other areas we had confirmed tornado warnings in besides Missouri today?
I believe that's it. There were a couple funnel clouds there in Illinois that I had seen. Keeping an eye on Oklahoma. I think we're starting to see a little bit of around the Stillwater area.
Right. Oklahoma.
There is y'all watch out there, just north of Oklahoma City there. Special weather statement. So we're starting to see some development with some of these storms down here. And these are a little bit more discreet down in Oklahoma. Yeah, that one right there. So definitely we'll be keeping an eye on that storm here in the next 10, 15 minutes. That could produce something here maybe a little bit later on. And then Texas is getting some big hail. Have you seen those storms down in Texas?
Ooh, look at this.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that one near Henrietta, Texas, down south, northwest of Grafford, Texas. Massive, massive hail on some of these storms. I mean, we're talking 2-inch hail, damage threat considerable, golf ball size hail down here. Breckenridge, Texas, another one further to the south.
2-inch hail.
I think it has ping pong ball size hail on it. Yep. Yeah, look at that storm there. That's what I'm saying. Like some of these storms are probably going to be dropping some big hail for sure.
This is a VIL. I mean, it's maxed out.
Yeah, what we're taking a look at here, guys. Let me flip over to you, Rob. Go back to that vertically integrated liquid. So this is basically showing us where the hail core would be, because it's showing us that we are seeing precipitation droplets that are much larger than your typical raindrops. Because what happens with hail is you have raindrops and they freeze, and then you have updraft winds that take that tiny little pebble and then it coats another layer on, and the longer it stays on, it keeps getting more and more layers of ice to accumulate, and that's eventually once it is heavy enough and the updraft winds can no longer support that hailstone, that's how it falls down to the ground and eventually hits the ground. It can have some melting down along the way, though, depending on how warm that layer of air is that it falls through. Right. So kind of a little weather 101 there for you about hail formation, and when we're taking a look at the vertically integrated liquid.
These are all low base supercells. I mean, surface base. You got decent tops, 38,000 feet. I mean, that's getting up there.
Yeah. And I do want to quickly jump over to Buffalo, New York, and that area, because this is little squall line, MCV almost, that's coming through it, and there is a severe thunderstorm warning out here for this area with the potential for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, possibly some embedded small hail with this as well. And typically this time of year, we're not thinking about severe weather up in this area. I mean, it was just winter up here basically a few weeks ago. So it is crazy seeing these severe thunderstorm warnings in this area.
And I think a lot of it has to do with the heat wave and just all the warmth that's been transported north from the Gulf. It's really reached way up here, in New York and near Toronto. I mean, it's definitely unusual for this time of year.
Most certainly is. So, all right, let's come back to into Missouri, if we can, Rob, and let's start from the north and work. Oh, did we just get another tornado warning?
Yes, Wisconsin.
Okay, so they did. There it is. Yep. So this is a new tornado warning here just south of Monroe, Wisconsin. This goes till 7:15 Central Time. We've got southeastern Lafayette and southern Greene County there in south central Wisconsin. This storm has had a history of some decent rotation. Yeah, looking at the NROT right there, you can definitely see it's tightened up a little bit. 1-inch hail also possible with this. Right now, still just radar indicator rotation, but you can see that pretty tight couplet there on the screen that you're looking at.
Ooh, new scan looks a little better. Not quite, what you would see like yesterday. We saw very strong conversion couplets yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yesterday was pretty
A lot
intense.
of these storms are also embedded into either a line or they're discrete. These are, clusters. So
yeah, it's not quite, it's not a true QLCS tornado, I would say. threat, but it is kind of like a multicellular uh, embedded clusters with embedded supercells in them.
Right.
So if you do live in the Winslow area, Winslow up into Martintown, that area you want to be taking your tornado precautions. Going to be moving in here probably in the next 5 minutes or so.
Yep.
So
5, 10 minutes.
definitely be mindful of that. So we'll kind of keep our focus here for a little bit as this circulation
tornado.
moves through. We got another tornado warning?
Ooh.
Where's this one down at?
Missouri. This is just northeast of Carthage, southeast of Kansas City.
Okay. So yeah, I think that's that same storm that I was on when I first came on.
Yeah, look at that. You see the rotation right there.
Yeah, so this is just south of that's chalk level. Yeah, Osceola. Really, really
That
good.
was better.
Yeah, that one's definitely much stronger there.
Yep. So if you live near State Road 13, southwest of Brownsville, or even just south of Lowry City, I'd definitely be keeping a close eye and getting to shelter.
Yep, absolutely. This will be coming right into the Browns Fort area here, probably in the next 5 to 10 minutes. This tornado warning here that we're looking at, that Rob is showing us, it's for northeastern St. Clair County there. Goes till 7:15 Central. Again, right now, just radar indicator rotation. No confirmed tornado on this particular storm. But there is a look at the velocities here that we're seeing here. Kind of really the core of it just southeast of the chalk level area.
Copy that. Yeah, decent little hook on it.
Yeah, that one honestly is the best pretty much discrete storm that I've seen right now. It'll be interesting to see how that interacts with that rain shield out in front of it.
Yep.
Along that boundary.
Trying to see what else looks good. This kind of looks interesting down here near Carthage, but
yeah, north of Joplin, that storm there is looking pretty good. It has a decent hail core on it. Not tornado warned right now.
No.
But 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail on that storm just north of Carthage. So Carytown, just north of there, you're probably going to get some decent hail. Carytown up toward Jasper area, going to be getting blasted with some pretty intense hail here.
Golden City, Jasper, yeah, keep an eye on those areas. So, how much hail was?
1 inch, I believe.
Yeah, 1/4 inch hail. So let's go. Let's see. Illinois again. Well, that expires pretty soon. So
let's come over to Ohio. We do have Ohio and Pennsylvania. We haven't covered those storms yet. Over here in the Youngstown area, eastern Ohio, we have a severe thunderstorm warning here. This is for.
Oh wow.
This is for southeastern Trumbull and northern Manoing counties there, and that goes until 8 o'clock Eastern.
Look at that HazCam. It's kind of going.
Yeah, it's struggling there a little bit.
Yeah, it's probably because of the wind coming in, but it has some pretty decent looking clouds over there. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and then there is further east. I don't know why it keeps turning green like that. Yeah.
Look at that. Look how that's good.
Yep.
Yeah. Must be the storms coming in why it's doing that.
Yeah, losing some connection or something like that. And then over to the east in Pennsylvania, just east of there. Yep, we got that severe thunderstorm warning. Well, they just updated it. They just updated it. So this severe thunderstorm warning here is for northeastern Clarion and northwestern Jefferson counties there in Pennsylvania. That goes until 8 o'clock as well.
Oh, can do a tornado warning. Or
an update.
No,
it might have
just
been
an update. Yeah. So this has my interest right here. This little hooking feature.
Here, let me switch over to you, Rob. Go ahead. Talk.
This
Show.
hooking feature just near Millerstown. Seeing some broad rotation on radar. A little bit of bright banding here. If you look at MROT, you do see a little bit, not a lot. I think it's probably just some weak, mid to low level rotation. If anything, it's very broad. So
Yeah.
yeah,
I do want to come back to the tornado warning near Lowry City, Kansas.
Kansas. Okay.
Southeast of Kansas, not Kansas. Sorry, Missouri.
Missouri.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Lowry City one there, because that's looking pretty good. This is
Ooh.
possibly. I mean, it's looking pretty tight.
Yeah.
Just north of Osceola.
Yeah, that's not looking, too bad rotation wise. So if you're Browns Ford needs to keep a close eye on this.
Yeah, and if you live here along U.S. or Highway 13, State Road 13, there in Missouri, between Osceola and Lowry City, anywhere in this area here, you need to be underground right now or inside of your tornado shelter. If you are in a mobile home, get out of the mobile home and go to a sturdy building. If you're in a car, how fast is this? I don't think it's moving super fast.
40.
Yeah, it's only moving 40. So, in all honesty, if you're on 13 north of Osceola, and you can get up to Lowry City, you'll probably be fine. Really, 13 is the main danger if you're on 13 in that area. But if you're south of Lowry City, keep going south toward Osceola. You'll pretty much clear it, or you could head east on Highway CC, and then take a turn south down one of these roads. But yeah,
So,
Highway 13 south is your best escape route. If I was here, I'd go south. It's only moving at 40, not confirmed. Probably be able to get out ahead of it.
this cone, as you see here, this is just the storm base track. This isn't the tornado track. This is what you want to watch. This area right.
Thank you for clarifying that, Rob. Because a lot of people sometimes will see these different, see the different cones and be like, "Wait, what's that?"
But this is helpful to see how long it is until it gets there, because just Browns Ford is in that pass. So if you have like that correlation, you can say, "Oh, it's going to be there in about 12 to 15 minutes." So.
Yep.
It's helpful in some ways and helpful in other ways. So, yeah. I usually turn on if we have a tornado warning or like a hailstorm that's coming towards somewhere. So. Oh.
Yep. New update on that warning now. Yeah, this rotation is definitely
Picking up.
Definitely starting to pick up here. So, tornado warning remains in effect for northeastern St. Clair County. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado located over Lowry City, moving east at 40 miles per hour.
Yep.
So, again, still radar indicator rotation right over the Lowry City area. But yeah, Browns Ford over to Iconium. Those areas need to be so along and east of Missouri 13.
I'd say it's somewhere between these two. So southern Browns Ford, I would pay more attention to than north. If you're south, like right over here somewhere, like on Road C here, near these areas, if you live here, you need to keep a close eye.
Yeah, keep an eye on that, Rob. I was just checking up on our tornado warnings up here, moving from Illinois into Wisconsin. Not looking too impressive.
No.
There's still some rotation, but it's not nearly as strong as what we're looking at down here in Missouri, for sure.
Yeah, copy that. It's a small. I mean, this part of the storm is pretty small. But don't be fooled by that. You can still have rotation. Even if it's a small storm. We saw that yesterday in Iowa. There was a tornado, and it wasn't even that large of a storm yet.
Yep.
So, yeah. What else? So we only have three, right? Missouri,
Yeah, it's just
Wisconsin.
those three. It's the one there, and then the two up on the Wisconsin Illinois border.
Pretty widespread day today, honestly.
Where's this report? Over here near Youngstown. Report of a
Pennsylvania.
wall cloud. Report of a wall cloud on that storm in Youngstown
That's
8
the one I
minutes
was keeping
ago.
an eye on.
Yeah.
Look at that line. Uh, Youngstown. Oh, right here.
Yep.
Top of that. And this is a populated area, so that's something we need to keep an
Yeah,
eye on.
I've been up to that area. It is. I mean, it
Yeah.
it is, country, but it also has a good number of people there. So I
Yeah.
mean, in that warning there, we're talking we have 180,000 people there in the inside of that warning.
Copy that.
85,000 homes there in the Youngstown, Canfield. I mean, so yeah, it's definitely a pretty big area.
Copy that. So we'll keep an eye on that there. This one, right?
We also have this line of severe weather west of Dallas, Texas, that we're keeping a close eye on as well. A lot of hail reports down here that we're seeing. We have 1 inch hail report that was 7 minutes ago. Another inch hail report up near Jacksboro. 0.88 inches. So I mean, we're starting to see some more hail reports with these storms. West northwest of the Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. Also, big storm here, southeast of Wichita Falls. That's looking pretty good there. Kind of southwest of Ringgold and Henrietta. Seeing a little bit of rotation on this storm here. Here's a close look at that. Of that rotation, kind of just northeast of Blue Grove. So that could go tornado warned. Would not be surprised to see this particular cell have a tornado warning issued on it soon, as that rotation does continue to increase. So if you are in the Dickerson area, they issued a severe thunderstorm warning on it, not a tornado warning. But keeping an eye on it up toward Ringgold. That's where that appendage of that storm here is pretty much heading. But this new severe thunderstorm warning is for central Jefferson, west central Love, eastern Clay County. They're all in northern Texas and southern Oklahoma, right there on the border around Wichita Falls, east of Wichita Falls. So keeping an eye on this particular storm. If you're just joining the live stream there, guys, welcome. Great to have you guys on here. Drop in the live chat. We are taking your guys' questions. We've got a lot of weather that we're tracking, so we're not sure exactly where you guys are watching from. So that is definitely helpful for us to know. If you're in one of these areas, we can take a look at that storm for you in detail and give you guys our expert analysis here. So we are happy to do that for you guys. But we are keeping an eye on these severe thunderstorm warnings. We've also got this tornado warning up here just south of Lowry City. This has been one we've been following. This does have an observed tornado earlier with this. Right now, just radar indicated rotation on this storm near St. Clair County, Missouri. So seeing a good bit of activity here tonight. Thankfully, this rotation here that we were just talking about, Rob, does seem to be broadening out, which is good news for the Browns Ford area that we were talking about. So, but definitely watch out if you live in the Browns Ford over to Iconium, Missouri, even up toward Fox Run, right here along and east of Highway 13. Still some rotation. These storms can spin up, kind of cycle a little bit. I do think we're starting to see a little bit of interaction, probably from the cold pool of those storms out in front of it, having a negative impact on it with that rain shield's kind of running into that a little bit, which is good news again for the Browns Ford area.
Copy that.
So we'll keep you guys updated here throughout the evening. We've got a lot to discuss. I'm going to take a quick break here. We'll keep it on the radar. Stay with us, guys, throughout this evening. We've got a lot of coverage coming to you. I'm just going to mute my mic real quick, grab some water. We'll be right back.
Copy that. No.
All right, guys, we are back. Thank you for joining us this evening here on tonight's Stormcast. I am your host, Joseph Pisani. I'm joined by my partner, Rob Salslow. He is also here on the live stream with him. So if you hear a second voice, that is who you are hearing this evening. We are tracking severe weather this evening, ongoing, including tornado warnings that we have here in Missouri. We've had tornado warnings also as well up in Illinois, moving into the Wisconsin area. Rob, let's take a look and see what we're looking at here. So what are you looking at here, sir?
I'm looking at this tornado in Wisconsin. I'm not seeing a lot of rotation at this time. They might let this expire, to be honest with you.
I think does it expire at the top of the hour, I think?
I believe so. I mean, there's a little bit, but it definitely doesn't look that great.
Yeah, it's very, very broad and pretty weak. Pretty broad and pretty weak. I'll kind of take folks. Let me show you guys. This is the other one here. This is the one that we've been tracking down in Missouri. This one also, thankfully, you can see this rain shield kind of out in front of the storm. It looked really good when it was west of Missouri 13. Actually did have a tornado tag on it. Since then, though, it's definitely weakened a good bit. It's coming into the H. Rowe Bartle Scout Reservation area, kind of southeast of the Lowry City region. But as you can see, I'll kind of play this back for you a little bit. You can see there's pretty strong rotation on the west and south side of Lowry City, and since then has definitely diminished. So that is the good news with both of our tornado warnings here that we're tracking this evening, is we are seeing a little bit of reduction in intensity. And this is a very different day, Rob, than what we were looking at yesterday. We're not seeing, the risk of long track tornadoes, the stronger tornadoes. Risk isn't quite there like it was yesterday. So, but nonetheless, it only takes one tornado to cause damage and to impact people. So that's why we're on here tracking this evening, as well as we've got a handful of storm chasers out here as well.
Copy that. Yeah. Yeah, we also have this tornado warning still in Missouri. This one looks a little bit better, but I mean, it's starting to drop off quite a bit, the rotation, which is a good thing.
Yeah, that's
Um,
one we were just talking about there. Yeah, I
yeah,
think
so
that
they might
rain out in front of it there is kind of
the
having
rain shield.
an impact on
Yeah.
that particular storm
Oh,
there.
yeah, because you have a lot of cold pulling that's occurring in front of here. So, um, I do think once it gets after dark, things are going to start hopefully dying down a little bit, unless there's a QLCS threat over there in New York or Pennsylvania. So,
Yeah, I was watching that storm there in Western New York. Let's go take a quick look at that if you can, Rob.
Western New York. Okay.
Yeah, that one near Buffalo, that line.
Yeah, wow. Look at it's bowing out.
Yeah, I mean, so that's got a pretty good wind damage threat with that particular storm.
6 mile per hour winds, nickel size hail. I mean, that's one of the more impressive Boeing segments I've seen in a while. I mean, it has that comma shape. So definitely have that wind threat for the rest of the night. If you live in Geneseo, all these areas in front of this line, be ready for that. Eagle, Arcade, Springville. The strongest part of the line is going to be right in the middle and to the south, it looks like. You have a little bit of rain shield going on here. So, this part of the line here, all the way from Jamestown, all the way up into Concord and Boston, you're going to have the strongest wind gusts.
Our gentleman here in the chat posted folks in Jarrell, Puerto Rico um, need to take heed as there's thunderstorms occurring even across the island there. According to the Puerto Rico Weather Channel, possibility of tornadoes in the northern region of Puerto Rico cannot be ruled out as well. So thank you for posting that there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yep.
They got some storm activity going on.
Yeah, so even a threat of tornadoes down there in Puerto Rico, apparently.
Everywhere except here in the southeast.
Yeah, nothing for us. We just get hot, dry weather.
Just a high pressure. I mean, look at this, man. This has been where the weather's been the whole entire week, pretty much. All the way from Texas all the way into New York and Ohio.
Yep. And, folks, if you're just joining us this evening, we do these Stormcast videos whenever we've got tornado warnings, significant severe weather going on. So here is, I'm showing my screen here, Rob. Here is what we're looking at. So we do only have a slight risk today, a level 2 out of 5, right? Where you see this area shaded in yellow, again, goes from Texas all the way up here through western New York and northwest Pennsylvania. Tomorrow we'll see a little bit of a break, a small slight risk area there across parts of New England, upstate New York into western Vermont, right? Then by Friday we're going to have another big system kind of dropping in the same area here where we're talking about today. Southwest Wisconsin, eastern Iowa, Missouri, back into eastern Kansas and northern Oklahoma for Friday. And then as we get into Saturday even, that whole system will move off to the east, and we'll see a threat of severe weather on Saturday across Indiana, northern Kentucky, Ohio, southern Michigan, western West Virginia, and western Pennsylvania. So we really have quite a few days ahead, unfortunately, of this continued severe weather threat.
Sorry about that.
No, you're good, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have a few days of this, severe weather going on.
So definitely, definitely want to let you guys know that this is not just a one-day event. I think we're gonna have a pretty big day here on Friday, Rob. So we'll probably be doing another Stormcast, I would imagine, on Friday. Tomorrow we shouldn't have to do one because it's a pretty small area where we're looking for severe weather tomorrow there in New York. But definitely, guys, stay up to date with us on our Facebook page. We do post updates on there as well. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel here, whether myself or Rob, one of us will go live. We're also bringing in other team members to be doing these live streams as well. Another meteorologist on our team. He'll hopefully start being able to do some of these live streams with us. Steve Jones, bringing in some of our storm chasers. So we've got a lot of exciting things happening here at Extreme Weather Videos that we're really excited for what's going on here in 2026. We'll probably get some pictures of what happened yesterday, being a pretty big day. If you guys have pictures that you want to send to us, you can send those over us. Send them over to us. You can just email EWVPics, P-I-C-S, EWVPics@gmail.com. We would love to get to see your guys' pictures, and we can share them right here on the air on our live stream. We'll be glad to do that. So we're trying to build our community here with you guys here on YouTube. So that is why we do like when you guys are here on the live chat, participating, connecting with us, asking your questions. It's a great way to really get to interact with you guys, and that's something we enjoy. Rob, take us to this tornado watch. It looks like you're looking at here. What are we looking at?
Yeah, so new tornado watch just came out a few minutes ago. This is going to be for portions of west central Illinois and northeast and central Missouri. This is effective this evening until midnight. Primary hazards: a couple tornadoes possible, scattered damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour likely, and scattered large hail up to 1.5 inches in diameter possible. Scattered intense thunderstorms over western Missouri will track eastward across the watch area through the evening. Wind gusts, hail, and a few tornadoes are the main concerns at this time.
Thanks for that update. So yeah, that is this eastern watch area that you can see is now creeping over toward the St. Louis area. Yep.
Copy that.
So it includes Columbia, Jefferson City, back down toward Lebanon, and looks like we got a new tornado warning. Speaking of with that watch, we have this new tornado warning here. No, that's that same one. Why is it still showing? Hold up.
I'm just trimming it.
Okay, yeah, they probably just updated it.
And it looks like Dan's about to get some storms in his area again.
Yep. So, non-severe though.
Catch a break. Look at all the flooding.
Yeah, look at all the river flooding up there. Look at upper Michigan, all those flood watches and warnings and everything. A lot going on there in UP.
Yeah.
So this warning here that we were talking about, west of Iconium is where that rotation is still persisting. So if you live in the Iconium area, you need to be taking shelter. Again, this still radar indicator rotation right now. This warning does go until 7:15. So for about another 15 minutes, that warning will continue here. Therefore, St. Clair, northeastern St. Clair County there in Missouri. So the Iconium area, that's where our rotation is, just west of there.
So really quickly, if you look at my screen, I just wanted to share some of the flooding that we have going on. This is the Manistee River in Michigan. As you can see here, they are at major stage, 19 feet of river flooding in that area. They are expected to dip down, which is good news. And we'll show you one more here in Wisconsin just to give you an idea. This is the Wolf River here near Shorten. Now, this is expected to briefly get into major and then go back down. So it just gives you a snapshot of the flooding issue here in the northern Midwestern states with these training severe weather and thunderstorms that we've seen.
Yeah, because just one system after another, the pattern really hasn't changed very much at all. So we are just seeing these repeated rounds of heavy thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms, which is not only leading to, tornadoes and stuff like that, but also a pretty big big flood threat developing up there in Wisconsin, northern Illinois, Michigan, all those areas. So
Yep.
very different from what's going on down here in the southeast.
This is our near member Dan. This is a little bit east of where he is. That this is the Fox River in New Munster. This is expected to go back up into moderate stage. So just gives you, a heads up. If you live near these areas, just make sure you're not driving through flooded roadways or levees that have been broken, because there have been levees that have been broken because of the flooded waters.
Thanks for the flood update there, Rob.
No worry. Back to radar.
Yep, back to radar. I do want to take you out to our storm chaser here. He is in Iowa. He's been tracking some storms out there. Right now, nothing severe warned. But, I mean, still just a pretty nice view out here where he's at. This is our storm chaser, Nick Smigo. You can see the beautiful cornfields there of Iowa. Absolutely beautiful view there. Not any rain coming down, but there have been some storms out there, so we'll have to see if we get any more to kick off here with this system here that they've been on today. This one here, kind of in the southwest of Livonia, maybe having a little bit, struggling a little bit, but we have had some severe thunderstorm warnings out in this area, but nothing quite like what we were seeing yesterday there.
Yeah. After that, man.
New severe thunderstorm warning down here in Kansas. Kansas is on the board. Down here near Oswego. So this is for central Labette County and southeastern Neosho County there in southeast Kansas. That goes till 7:30 Central. Could see some 60-mile-per-hour winds and quarter-size hail with this storm as well. So that's the first warning I've seen in Kansas. Keeping an eye on this storm here west of Bartlettsville. Just kind of southwest of there, Rob. Yep, that one right there. That's starting to look pretty decent. Let's take a look. Yeah, so a little kind of on the I think where that white area is, there is a little yaw watch out for that because of that rotation area you see there, kind of outside of the warning. So definitely definitely going to be keeping an eye on this storm here.
This isn't good because, like you can see here, there's a flooding watch here, and that's gonna come into here, the northern side of it. So.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, usually cold fronts move these very fast, but we haven't seen that very much. The cold fronts have kind of been locked up by this quasi-stationary front, and they haven't had time to push these as fast as we'd like them to.
Yeah, that's exactly it. It's kind of just been like it'll migrate a little east, and then kind of new system will kind of migrate west. So it's almost like a train of stationary fronts or semi-stationary fronts.
Yes.
Because if you kind of zoom out, get the big picture, put your fronts on there, Rob.
Oh, they're on.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Low pressure here.
Yes.
You got a stationary front into Wisconsin and Michigan. I mean, it's just a lot.
It's just a whole system there.
You have multiple impulses in the shortwaves. You have one here. You have one over here in Wisconsin, Iowa. You have one here in Missouri, and then one down in Texas. So there's 4 different shortwaves that are going through these areas.
Yep.
Definitely not good. Hopefully they get a break soon after Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. Here's a look at the satellite view of our whole storm complex that we're talking about. So you can kind of see right here from Wisconsin down to Texas. You know, you've got that system, and then like Rob was just talking about, you've got these couple different stationary fronts draped over through Toronto and then back into the northeast. So, and just it's not really moving because we've got a big ridge of high pressure here right off the southeast coast That's just forcing these storm systems to ride up and over that ridge of high pressure. We've had these special weather statements for high fire danger conditions out here in my area pretty much every single day this week. So burn bans in place and all of that stuff. So it's definitely getting pretty bad. We're not really expecting any rain here in Georgia. Probably till closer to the end of the month, in all honesty. It's not going. I'm not seeing any indication that we're going to be getting any rainfall or at least any meaningful rainfall here, probably for maybe another 10 days. Is that a new tornado warning that we got?
No. Probably just.
Okay.
Yeah, these are expiring soon. So.
Okay.
That's what they were saying.
I just heard the alert, so they just updated it. They just updated the one there in here in Wisconsin for Monroe.
This is very reminiscent of May of 2019, where we had this kind of like one side Omega block where everything is just training to the north and northwest.
Yeah, it really is. It's basically similar setup to that with the Omega block here. Still this ongoing tornado warning. Does continue here for another 8 minutes, but they are going to allow it to expire there for southeastern Greene County there at 7:15. Let's take one last look here. Yeah, there's really no rotation left on this. Very little bit. They're kind of east of maybe southeast of Judah a little bit. They do have a new special weather state. They didn't even put a severe thunderstorm warning out for that storm there. They're up here near Madison, though. This severe thunderstorm warning here for this cluster of storms. A lot of heavy rain, like Rob was just talking about. You can see here, even over the Elkhorn area, they're getting blasted right now with some pretty heavy, intense tropical moisture. You know, our dew points up here in these areas, they are up there. We're talking 59 degrees, 63 degrees here in Janesville area, Wisconsin. So we have plenty of moisture to work with here in these areas. Upper 60s here in eastern Iowa, 65, 66. And then it just continues to go off to the south with those upper 60s, even across Oklahoma, 66, a couple spots in the 70s even down here. In southern Oklahoma with those dew points there. So
I will say though,
pretty impressive stuff, guys.
These are not as high as yesterday, and that's the reason why we don't have an enhanced risk, because the moisture's there, but it's not ample to the point where it was yesterday. We had that beta advection type stuff. We don't have that today.
Yeah, exactly. Not nearly to the extent that we did yesterday, for sure.
Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be mostly a New York setup up there in New England. They're going to be seeing some probably damaging gusts. I'd assume maybe some tornadoes that are very small in coverage, and then Friday is our big day again here. So
yep.
Well, interesting to see what the tornado and the wind and hail parameters are tomorrow, like what percent in the hatched. So we'll find that out tomorrow morning.
Yeah, this cluster coming here through Missouri right now. I mean, that little line segment there is looking pretty decent. Probably putting out some good winds with these. A lot of these having 60-plus mile per hour winds. Some small hail as well.
And they're just barely moving. I mean, this one 35 miles. That's not what you want. You want 50 to 60 mile per hour when you want,
Yeah, you want some motion.
Yep.
I'm curious. I want to take a look. I'm going to take a look at how much rainfall has actually come down.
That's a good question. Oh, new tornado warning, New York.
New York. I wonder if that's that one south of Buffalo in that line. It is.
Yep.
All right, Rob, what do we got there? Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Wow, yep, that is exactly what we call a QLCS tornado, guys.
Yep. Embedded tornado.
Right there.
ATS.
That's what we're looking at. So this is just south of the Buffalo, New York area, believe it or not.
Yep. Delavan, Yorkshire.
Yeah, another
So
Delavan. Yep.
yeah. So if you're in Farmersville, I mean, Farmersville, Laidlaw, and just northwest of Hardy Corners, I'd definitely be keeping a very close eye on this rotation. That looks very concerning because this is, like you were saying, inside a QLCS MCV type setup here.
Yeah, so I mean, let's kind of play this back real quick.
Okay.
So we can see this. I've got it, Rob. So here it is. Look how quickly that this develops.
I'm gonna
I
look at
mean,
what you
there's a little bit, and then just looking like the last like 5 minutes, how quickly this line is just surging. You've got that Boeing segment, those turning of winds. So yeah, just south here of Machias, Laidlaw, Farmerville Station. You guys need to be taking your tornado precautions because this circulation is it's very quickly strengthened
Yeah,
here
look at
in the last 5 minutes.
that.
So
Man,
there could be a tornado on the ground right now with this.
could be.
Very possibly. It may not be, the strongest tornado, but with as quick as that circulation's developed, that is definitely not out of the realm of possibilities. So
I mean, it's not even May, and we're seeing tornado warnings in New York. I mean, just wow. Um, yeah, so this has my attention right here. And you could see like the divergent couplet that's separating the wind with the gust front with the rotation, rather.
yeah, rotation to the north, and then just south of it is where you probably have some 60, maybe even 70-mile-per-hour winds. And there
Mhm.
is a severe thunderstorm warning here, guys, kind of surrounding this whole thing for this line that we're talking about. And right there where this kink in the line is here, that's likely where a little tornado sitting right back there in the kink. Could be a little rain wrap too,
Could be.
more than likely. But really, from Freedom all the way down to Salamanca, Allegheny State Park area, all these areas under that severe thunderstorm warning for this very strong line of thunderstorms, now with embedded tornado potential, moving
Look at
over
that.
east, coming into the Farmersville, New York area. Rob, let's take a look at that NROT there. So Rob is showing us what we call our normalized rotation. So it kind of gives a better idea inside of where the actual mesocyclone circulation is happening inside of the storm, taking into account different factors. So yeah, definitely very well defined. So this could likely be an ongoing tornado here in this area. So if you live in the Farmersville, New York area, Machias, Laidlaw, Farmville Station, Fairview, up on Bush Hill, you need to be taking your tornado precautions because this is definitely looking more intense.
It looks a little less in the next.
Yeah, I just got the new scan there. It
Which is
almost
good.
looks like the circulation's kind of moved a little bit, almost shifted north because it is that line embedded,
Yeah.
so it's kind of
Right.
riding up that boundary there.
Be
So
right here now.
likely with this, it's not necessarily moving due east; it's moving kind of northeast. In all
Yeah.
honesty, riding up
Kinda
that
see
line.
that with the tilt of the polygon. It's not due east. It's kind of like
Yeah,
east to
exactly.
east.
Yep. So really, from
Now we're
Laidlaw
looking
up
at
through Fairview area,
Fairview.
yeah, is where it
Farmersville
seems to
Station
be. Mm-hmm.
needs to be in your shelters right now. If you live near Farmersville Station and just west of Fairview.
Our other two tornado warnings did just expire there, so now this is our only active tornado warning here in New York.
After that, storm relative. I mean, you can see it. So I wonder if there's a CC drop. Oh, there is.
There is. Look at that.
Right there.
So that is showing us, guys, that we're seeing this likely QLCS tornado ongoing right now. doing damage. That could be trees in the area. It's a very wooded area up in this region here. Um, Fairly hilly as well.
Change of color.
So yeah, likely doing damage. Hopefully those aren't houses. Where's that at, Rob? Is that
This is gonna be just
west?
east of, yeah, in between a State Highway 60 and State Highway 242. This is gonna be near this road called Prescott and Upper Fox Road in just north of the Narrows, south of Macias Junction.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see that. Wow,
So if you're in that area, hopefully you're already in
that might
your
have hit
shelter.
Macias. In all honesty,
Yeah, it might have.
that's what I'm wondering if it's carrying some of that debris downstream. Man, I hope it didn't hit. Because
Yeah.
Macias Junction, that's a populated area. I mean, inside of this tornado warning, I mean, it's not huge, but 5,600 people are under this tornado warning from Freedom Lime Lake, Farmerville, Bakerstand, Fairview. All these areas here are in that tornado warning. 3,300 homes.
Got some
Whew.
scatter rotation here.
Yeah.
So.
So that is exactly the threat. So that's why, folks, when we have a slight risk of severe weather, you can't discount it because we do have damaging tornadoes that do happen inside of slight risk severe weather days, and we're seeing it right here in New York. So got to keep an eye on these storms. That's why when I saw that earlier this evening, saw that line moving there through the Buffalo area and south, I'm like, that could put out a QLCS tornado later. And sure enough, it looks like it did. I'll be very interested to see if we get any reports out of that area of tornado. So we'll definitely have to keep an eye on that.
Don't see any really chasers there near this.
No, there's. I don't even think there's really even many spotters. Excuse me.
No.
Up in that area.
Yeah. It is kind of dangerous to chase inside of QLCS, but some people do it anyway. You know, from a distance, of course. I kind of want to look at the rainfall rates here in Wisconsin because, I mean, they've got to be high. Go look at 1 hour precip. Just get an idea. I mean, wow. I mean, this is, look at inch of rain an hour here just northeast of Evansville, Wisconsin. I mean, that's pretty high rainfall rates.
Sorry, I had you minimize accidentally. I got you back on now, though.
Oh, you're good. I was just showing the rainfall rates here in Wisconsin on this little line that we're looking at. I mean, look even down here just west of Winslow. I mean, 2-inch rain rate per hour.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad for sure. All right, coming back here to our tornado warning in New York. Good news is it's looking like that line's falling apart a little bit. Still some rotation, but it's definitely broadened out here over the Farmerville area. So again, these happens quick. These are very quick, a brief spin up tornadoes. You know, a lot of times they're weaker. These aren't your EF3 tornadoes here. No. These are your EF0s, EF1s, but they do damage. So I'm going to kind of play this back here for you guys so you can kind of see here. There it was right over the Macias area. And just south of there, we did see a debris signature on this. I'll kind of flip it back over here to the correlation coefficient so you can kind of see that. Right there is just a brief blip just south of Macias. So, right there, south of Macias. So that's likely where we were seeing some of that debris from this QLCS tornado. So that's kind of the things that we look at here when we're analyzing the radar. Is we're looking for signatures just like that one there. But now the good news is the rotation has definitely weakened the storm itself overall. Not looking as strong in that area. Still probably putting out some good winds, though, with that line. But the tornado threat for this storm is definitely diminished, which is great news for that area.
We have a new tornado warning on the board here in
Y-
Wisconsin. I think this is the same storm that was tornado warned earlier, actually.
yes, that's the same storm. Yep. So
So,
let me flip over to you, Rob. Go ahead. What do we got here in Wisconsin?
so this is going to be in central Rock County until 8 p.m. This is capable of producing a tornado just over Orfordville or near Broadhead, moving east at 35. This is radar indicated at this time, and if you look, I mean, you can see it
Oh yeah,
right
right
there.
there.
Storm velocity, it's right there. So possibly could have, some sort of rotation coming into just south of Oxfordville
Yeah,
into Hanover and Footville.
yeah, or Orfordville. Yep. Interesting. Look
Orfordville.
at that
Thank you.
on the reflectivity. See that little drop right there, almost like a little donut hole. Yeah, right there.
Yes, right here.
That
Yep.
likely is where if there's anything, it's probably right in their area. Possibly a little rain wrap tornado situation
Yeah.
developing. So definitely interesting when you see that on the radar.
The
That's
red.
yeah, pretty much coincides right with that little donut hole that we were talking about. So
Yep. You'll see that a lot
it
with
only
these
takes
type.
one gate, little gate to gate shear right there.
Yep.
That's why they put that warning out. This tornado warning, guys, by the way, it does include Janesville and Milton are in this tornado warning. This tornado warning includes 93,000 people. Janesville, Milton, Orfordville, Spring Valley, Footville, and Anderson, Wisconsin are all inside of this tornado warning. Again, right now, just radar indicator rotation, but do be taking your tornado precautions if you live in any of those areas. It is moving east at 35 miles per hour. So heading in the general direction of Janesville, maybe just south of there. So definitely going to be keeping an eye on that storm with that whole complex that's moving through Wisconsin.
Yeah, copy that.
A new severe thunderstorm warning just north of that one as well. That just got issued right there. Yep.
Yep, 60-mile-per-hour winds moving to the east at 35. So, yeah, looks like Dan's gonna be getting some more storms coming in.
Yep. I'm going to just shoot him a message real quick. Let him know, hey, you've got a tornado warning off to your west headed your general direction.
Yep. Hopefully it takes a northern turn.
Or just falls apart.
Yeah, or that. Either or would be great. But I know last night he had a lot of tornado warnings near him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Thankfully
this
he
is
was
what we do, guys, for our team. Like if we're on here on this live stream and we see something going on with one of our team members' areas, we are going to reach out to them. Just make sure that they're aware and taking cover if they need to. Because safety always comes first. We have storm chasers all across the country from, Rob's down in Florida. I'm here in Georgia. We've got people out in Oklahoma. Dan, he's our member. He's up in Wisconsin. So if you're part of our network, we do like to keep an eye out for each other when we've got, significant weather. I'll go ahead and make this plug too while we're keeping an eye on this. We do have a Discord server. We would love for you guys to connect with us on Discord. It's a great way to get to meet our team through our Discord server. So if you just go to our website, extremeweathervideos.com. On the socials tab, there are links to our Discord and our Facebook and our YouTube. Click that link, join our Discord server. Would be glad to have you guys in there. We've got great discussion on there and great information as well. We're posting a lot of updates throughout the day when we're not even live. Great way to connect with like-minded people here in the weather community. So join us on Discord. Discord Extreme Weather Videos.
Copy that, yeah.
Yeah, so I just sent him a message on Discord. So hopefully he'll see that. That rotation is still broad. It's now off to the east of Orfordville, kind of south of Footville, going toward the Hanover area, it looks
Yeah.
like, is kind of the direction that it's headed. I think it's going to go, it's going to come close to Janesville, in all honesty. So if
Yeah.
this thing ramps up at all, this could be bad for the Janesville area. So we're definitely going to be keeping a close eye on this storm here, the next little bit on the live stream. So
About 30 minutes away from Janesville. Yeah, I said Joe.
yeah, I was just messaging Dan here
Copy that.
on Discord.
Yeah, when we have imminent weather in somebody's area, it's it's always a good thing to let them know. Hey, there's a SVR in your area, there's a tornado warning in your area. So yeah, that's what we do here.
Yep, it's important. You know,
Yeah,
it is important for sure.
yes, sir.
Because that's basically, it's just a county to his west. It's one
Yeah.
county to your west.
Copy that. Yeah,
So
this is Rock County. He's in Walworth County.
yep.
So
Yeah, that's our
I guess-
only tornado warning on the board right now.
what's going on out here in Oklahoma and Texas?
Yeah, good line down here coming through southeast Oklahoma, the Choctaw Nation area, Colgate, Atoka, Durant.
Yep.
Some big hail on some of these storms as well. We're
Yeah.
talking 2-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is there in Cole County in southwestern Pontotoc County there in Oklahoma. So if you live in those areas, be mindful. Some pretty big severe storms here south of the Ada, Oklahoma area going on right now in that area. Also keeping an eye on these storms here northwest of Dallas, kind of coming into the Gainesville area, Bridgeport, also in Chico, Texas, getting some big hail, 1.5 inch hail in that area as well with some of these storms. Is that an update on that tornado warning? Yep.
Yep.
All right, let's come back up here to our tornado warning here in Wisconsin.
Oh,
Yeah, it's definitely
Janesville.
it's
Yeah.
it's building.
Yep, it is. Janesville might need to keep an eye on that.
Yep, there's still radar indicator rotation, but we are seeing a increase in our velocities on this a
Yes.
little bit. It's definitely tightening up here, kind of just right near the Hanover area, just south of there. So Hanover, Afton, Janesville need to be, especially if you live in the southwestern suburbs, I'd say, of Janesville, need to be taking your tornado precautions. Footville and Orfordville, as far as the tornado threat goes, you guys are now in the clear. It is past you. It is to your east at this point.
Yeah, copy that.
Oh, yeah, look at that new scan here that just came in, Rob, on the velocities right around Hanover. Seeing a little bit of
Yep.
brighter
Copy.
intensities here for sure. What's
Yeah.
NROT look like?
Right here, just southeast of Hanover.
Yep.
Yep.
So this could be
So-
a developing tornadic circulation here just southeast of Hanover, Michigan. Hanover, Michigan. Not Michigan,
Wisconsin.
sorry, Wisconsin. Man, I'm tired. That's what
Okay.
happens when we've been doing a live stream every day
Yeah.
for
It
hours
gets
on
you.
end. It's like you
Yep.
lose track of which states we're talking about here sometimes.
Yeah, copy that.
And some of these same areas last night had confirmed tornadoes on them. Up here near Whitewater in that area, over here toward Janesville. So a lot of these
Mhm.
areas are getting a little tired of all these tornadoes. They're not
Yeah.
used to repeated days of tornadoes up here in Wisconsin.
No, they're not.
Just day after day after day of the threat of tornadoes. Yeah, this thing's gonna come right toward Janesville area.
Yep.
Good evening, guys. If you're just joining us here on YouTube, hop in that live chat. We are tracking this tornadic storm near Janesville, Wisconsin this evening. Another one here coming in, rotation increasing. Also, be sure to hit the like button on this video for me and Rob, and you can share it out. We do have one of our team members that is in this area here in Wisconsin, so we're keeping an eye, very close eye on this storm. We have been in communication with him to let him know about this tornado warning that is off to his west. He's over in the Elkhorn area, so definitely keeping a very, very close eye on this situation, because this storm is definitely, Rob, it definitely hooked a little bit. I'm wondering though, on this latest scan here, if it's starting to almost bow out a little bit, where it's gonna transition to being a bowing segment. It's losing a little bit of the couplet feature that we were seeing there. It's just now on the west side of Janesville, though. So Janesville down to Afton still need to be taking your tornado precautions, because this could drop a tornado still. Definitely not out of the question, but I am seeing east of Hanover there, this storm really is starting to become a pretty significant wind threat as well. Even if it doesn't put down a tornado, this thing's going to bring some big time winds with it, it's looking like.
Yeah, copy that. I mean, we just have storms popping up almost everywhere here in the central U.S. Everywhere you look.
Yeah, it's just nonstop.
Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, Wisconsin,
Texas,
Michigan.
Yep, all of them.
Yep.
All
Even
of them.
Nebraska had some severe weather earlier today.
Yeah.
Not a lot, but enough. Let's see what's going on here. Missouri. Yeah. Storms aren't looking as good as they were before, but they're still decent. Pennsylvania. Yeah. Got a nice little prefrontal cell in front of the slime. So happens here.
Yeah. That storm there in New York definitely is starting to lose its steam for sure.
Yeah. We also have storms here in front of this line here, just scattered all over southern New York, near Sanford, Coventry, Masonville. Nothing severe yet, but just a heads up if you lived near there. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning down here near Litchfield and Sheshequin in Pennsylvania, though.
Yep.
Mostly going to be golf ball size hail and 70-mile-per-hour winds here in this discrete cell. Wow.
All right, coming back to this Janesville storm, new scan just came in. It's still looking pretty decent here, just on the west side of Janesville. This is really close to the University of Wisconsin there in Whitewater. So that area, this is going to pass just north of the airport. Again, not a confirmed tornado, but still seeing some strong rotation here, pretty much coming right over University of Wisconsin Whitewater there.
Yeah, copy that. Hopefully people there are in shelter.
Yeah.
Yep. Looks like it's going to go just south. If it was confirmed, it's going to go just south of Janesville, possibly.
Yeah, it's going just south, yeah. Oh, look at that scan that just came in, Rob. Ooh.
Oh, wow. Ugh. Doesn't look good.
Yeah, that's messy. It's right there. Again, not confirmed, but man, I don't know. It's definitely jumped up there.
Yeah.
On that last scan. So southern side of Janesville, down near the airport, need to be if you live here along Highway 11, this is going to be crossing Interstate 3990 here very shortly as well. It's pretty much just south or near the University of Wisconsin Whitewater campus. Uh, this is a dangerous storm. I want to take a look back at the reflectivity. Yeah, it still does have that hooking feature
Yep, it
as
does.
well, and the storm relative I mean, it's still broad. It's not super tight, but it's
Yeah,
enough that
it's
it's of
there.
concern for sure.
Yeah, copy that. So, fortunately, I don't think. I think this might go north of Elkhorn. Hopefully, that would be the best case, or just dissipates.
Yeah, I'm hoping it'll just dissipate and transition into
Yeah,
more of a wind threat.
yeah,
But I'm
and
keeping
it's
an eye on that storm behind it. Look at the storm behind it.
oh
That's kind of developing a hook south of Broadhead.
oh
So
yeah.
it kind of reminds me a little bit of where you have those training supercells, which we had
Yep.
yesterday. A little bit similar setup to that type of
Even over in
situation.
Iowa, you have a lot of stuff coming in. So it's
Yeah,
not over here. Illinois, I'd be keeping a close eye on all this stuff down here.
and that is why there's that tornado watch there in northwest
Yep.
Illinois, all through for northwest Illinois there.
Yep. Copy that.
Um, does that no, that watch doesn't include north. It just goes up through Quincy.
Yep.
They'll probably expand. They might expand that watch
East, yeah.
east a little bit or northeast
Yeah, like more near
because they
like
had
Oregon.
talked about issuing a downstream watch in that mesoscale discussion. So
Yeah. I mean, the flooding situation here is just not good.
not at all, especially if you live along and north of that front.
Yeah. Michigan, keep an eye on this stuff coming from Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on this Janesville storm. Okay, new
Yeah, me
scan
too.
just came in. It's definitely lost a little bit of its
Yeah,
punch there,
a little
just
bit.
south of Janesville. But
Yeah.
this warning continues here till the top of the hour, so
All
it
right,
goes till
so
8 o'clock Central. So
yep.
we're gonna continue to be here tracking it.
Sir. Looks like they might trim this a little bit.
Yeah, it could probably trim the western side of it.
Yeah, like near Orfordville and Footville.
Well, yeah,
New new scan. Yeah, it
yeah, that's
doesn't
what.
look
Yeah,
as good.
yeah, that's what I was saying. On that
That's
latest
good.
scan, it definitely has dropped down a little bit.
Yeah. It's definitely still, I mean, it's not broad, but it's definitely not, also like a couplet. It's like narrowly broad. So, um, Janesville, I mean, I think it's south of Janesville right now. So I think Janesville is gonna be all right.
Yeah,
I
at
think.
least downtown Janesville.
Yeah, they're gonna be all right. They're gonna get a lot of rain and a lot of flooding and some lightning, but you know, that's about it. And some, wind, obviously, wind gusts. Oh, yep,
Update.
they clipped it.
Okay,
They
yeah, they just trimmed the western side of that warning.
yeah. Yeah, the rotation's not looking as good, honestly.
No, it's definitely falling apart. That's what I was saying. I want to take a look at that storm off to the west though. The one off to the
Yeah, this
west of it. I'm wondering if that one's gonna. Yeah, see, it's starting to develop some rotation there. So that
yeah,
might be the next one to watch. It might be one of those situations where it's almost like a little bit of a handoff, where it's like
yeah.
the leading supercell kind of dies out, and then the supercell behind it kind of takes over.
Yep.
Eventually, all of it's going to go linear.
Yeah.
Probably, it might even all go linear by the time it gets over to where Dan's at. In all honesty,
Yeah.
but
We also have this storm down here that's starting to come toward Dan.
yeah, and that's kind of out ahead of the line there. So how
Yep.
quickly does that interact with that line is going to be a
Moving
big
at
question.
40 miles per hour northeast. So it might. I mean, I think it's gonna congeal with the line, but if it stays discreet, might have to watch it.
Yeah, can you zoom in on that a little bit, Rob, for
Yeah,
me?
this one.
Yeah, yeah, it's got a little bit of trying to develop a like supercellular type structure, a little
Yeah.
bit. Not seeing a whole lot of rotation on, but yeah, that one definitely is one to watch there down near Beloit, in
Look
the
at
South
that.
Beloit area, because
Starting to develop.
uh, that might be one to watch. I wouldn't be surprised to see that go SVR warning. It looks like it's getting a little bit of a hail core there just now near south of the town of Turtle.
This one's looking a little interesting here. The
Yeah,
hook
that's what I'm
is
saying. I think
appendage.
yeah, the appendage is really kind of coming in on that one. Our initial storm seems to be losing a little bit of the rotation.
Yeah,
Glad to
copy
be
that.
here. Small type of okay.
So
I can
they
fix
they're
that.
not done there in Janesville. They got these storms coming in next. So, oh, this might push it east of it. It might go like near Dan actually. These storms down here. I'm like over here. Yeah. Also Milwaukee, we gotta watch for too.
Yeah, all of this is gonna eventually head over toward Milwaukee area.
Yep. Look at this rain shield back here. Kind of interesting. What else do we got going on? We got the storms down here in Missouri. This one's kind of by itself. Let's see what this one looks like. Decent. Nothing too crazy though.
Yeah, Missouri's kind of quieted down a little bit.
Yeah. Down here in Texas, we still have a Mezco discussion. What's that for? Oh, it's just telling us about the Watchman there. Continuous. Okay. Man. The storms down here just south of what is that? Winters? Yeah. Looking decent. Looking decent. And you got the stuff here in Dallas.
Yeah, north of I think Dallas is going to be okay tonight. I think all of that's going to
Yeah.
kind of stay north of Dallas.
Yeah, I would watch more of like Durant and like Tulsa tonight. Oh, maybe east of Tulsa. I think Tulsa's gonna be all right too. Unless something develops like right here somewhere. I don't think it's going to. I think Arkansas might light up soon.
I don't think it's going to get quite that far. Maybe far
No.
western Arkansas, but
Yeah, like Fayetteville.
like
That's
that
it though.
yeah, that front is again moving so slowly to basically not moving.
Yeah.
That Arkansas really hasn't gotten a whole lot of severe weather out of this
Mm-mm.
system. It's all stayed over in Oklahoma. Hasn't
Yep.
even quite gotten to the Arkansas area.
I mean, Arkansas is like the only state that's not super, super dominated by high pressure that hasn't had a lot lately.
Yeah, I mean, and Louisiana, you know.
Yeah, Louisiana. Everything east is just dominated by this high pressure over here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
Arkansas
just
definitely
sitting
had a
right off
rough
the coast.
Arkansas had a rough year last year. Oh, it looks like the new tornado watch, or did they just extend it? Yeah, they just extend it
Yeah,
east.
they added some counties to it. Yep.
Yep. See what's going on
That's
over
what
here
they
in
did.
Pennsylvania. Oh, look at that new SVR just as they came over here. Look at that Boeing segment there. That's looking pretty good.
Man, back up here in Janesville, Rob. I got it back on my screen here. That initial storm is definitely weakening. The one south of Orfordville, it's lost its rotation, but I'm still keeping an eye on this storm down here, south of Beloit that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
That area, I think, could potentially become something. It's still semi-discreet, so
Yeah.
we'll definitely have to keep an eye on this storm right in this area, because that will probably head up toward
Damn.
Delavan. It'll probably go south of him, but it might make it up toward Delavan and then go kind of on the south side of Elkhorn, Delavan Lake, East Delavan, that area.
Copy that.
Maybe
Yeah.
down toward Walworth. I don't know. These storms, it is moving east, but they're moving so slowly. In all honesty,
They really are. They really
like
are.
it's not moving very fast at all.
Mm-mm.
So, and with all
Very
these
fine.
tonight, the tornado threat has been so short. You know, anytime a tornado warning, it kind of like pulses. It's like, yeah, it's got good rotation. Oh, the rotation's gone. And oh, now it's got good rotation again. So it hasn't been very consistent at all tonight.
That's what we've seen tonight, you know. We just don't have that, you know, moisture that we had yesterday. And I feel like a lot of these trade and thunderstorms are kind of cold pooling a lot of these areas, and the moisture return is not as quick as it needs to be.
Especially as we get now to losing daylight and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to be more of a scattered wind damage. Even Missouri's quieted down a ton. A ton here. Texas and South Oklahoma, wind damage, and still a decent hail threat out there in those areas. But up here north in, eastern Iowa and Wisconsin, really going to be a heavy rainfall threat and a wind damage threat will probably be the primary hazards for these storms this evening. So we might end up wrapping up the live stream here at like 9 o'clock after this warning expires if a new one doesn't get issued.
So just a heads up, we have had one tornado report so far today. That will probably change with the New York one, possibly. We'll see. 35 wind reports, no high wind reports, and 147 hail reports, 21 large hail, 183 reports total today so far.
Yeah, today was definitely a hail day, you know?
Yeah.
Like, hail dominated the story there.
Tornado, and pretty much everything yesterday. Yesterday was...
Yeah, yesterday was nuts. Yep. Today is at least a little bit, other than the hail, you know?
It'd be interesting to see how many tornadoes we've had in the whole month of April. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we hit that, 1 or 200 mark.
Yeah, very possible. Very possible for sure.
Because we still have the second half of the month coming up here, so...
Yeah. Well, this storm down here near Beloit that I was watching is definitely lost its any potential organization. The Janesville storm, it's all just going linear here. So they'll probably end up just letting this tornado warning expire. I don't see them reissuing on that. So I'm not seeing anything
they're gonna let it expire. You're right. Most likely.
There was a funnel cloud reported though on that Beloit storm. Did you see that? I just saw this report. Funnel cloud, Zach Phillips. Thanks for sending in that report there. Because when I saw that, 10 minutes ago, I'm like, yeah, that actually looks like it could develop and stuff. So apparently there was a funnel cloud.
Producing a land spout. Wow.
With that storm. So
it's not even a tornado, a land spout.
Okay.
That's interesting. Oh, yeah, look, there's a TVS marker on this now.
Yep.
39 mile per hour, average delta, 44, 60. 60 is not too bad. Base 2000, shear 26. So it's there, but it's not, very organized.
It's very disorganized. A lot of this is really short-lived. 10 minutes or less has pretty much been all these tornadoes and QLCS tornadoes that we've had over in New York. This one here, the stuff down in even earlier tonight in Missouri. But we're still keeping an eye on it. But this whole cluster of storms here around the Janesville area. Dan over there in Elkhorn, I think he'll still get this storm down here near Beloit. That'll pretty much probably be moving right over him. But I'm not seeing any significant organization to said storm right now.
No, me either. Yeah.
But if you're on right now with us guys here this evening, I do want to give you guys a heads up. We probably will be live on Friday Friday is our next big day. I do want to cover this real quick before we wrap up the live stream here tonight. So obviously this is today's risk area here that you see here. Slight risk today. We had a lot of those hail reports Rob was just talking about. We've had at least one, maybe possibly two tornado reports. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty quiet day. Maybe some severe weather up here in New York. And then as we get into Friday, Friday's our next big day, already an enhanced risk for Friday. And we do have that 30% hatched level 1 significant severe weather, which goes through many of these areas, pretty much from Janesville, Madison, all the way down here through Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, and Davenport, back down through Kansas City and Jefferson City, Missouri, back into northeast Oklahoma, to include the Tulsa metro area, even into Oklahoma City there in that 30% risk area for our day 3. So make sure you're subscribed to us if you're new to the channel. Thanks for tuning in to our live stream. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, though, so when we go live, you can get notified about that. They did issue that special weather statement I see here now, Rob, for that Beloit storm that I was just talking about. 50-mile-per-hour winds, funnel cloud, winds gusts up to 50, and some pea-sized hail. So, and now Dan is in that severe thunderstorm warning, so that does include Delavan and Elkhorn. 1-inch hail, tornado possible tag on that. They just updated that tornado warning as well. So this is moving northeast at 35 miles per hour. Yes, really not moving very fast at all.
No.
So tornado warning for central Rock County will expire at 8 p.m. Yep.
Look at that.
So gusty winds still possible, and a downstream severe thunderstorm warning has been issued. So yeah, they did not issue a tornado warning for this, but they did issue that severe thunderstorm warning. Like we said, there is a good little hail core in here. The hail right now seems to be kind of just northwest of Johnstown along Highway M. So that's going to be kind of moving up south of Lima Center and Lake Lorraine. Probably passing maybe over eventually toward the Hart Prairie, Turtle Lake area possibly. So a little bit of hail on there.
Yeah. This, just to be aware, this severe thunderstorm warning they issued for Dan is tornado possible. They have put the tag on there because of that rotation we were seeing.
Yep, I did see that. So again, and I also think they're keeping an eye on that storm kind of off to the southwest of Elkhorn that had that funnel cloud reported earlier. So even that's the thing too, folks, if you're just watching, sometimes a severe thunderstorm warning will be issued, but they have these different criteria, different levels. This one got the tornado possible tag because it's coming off the heels of a tornado warning off to its west. So there has been circulation. There have been funnel clouds that have been reported with some of these storms. So anytime that happens, a lot of times if they don't reissue a tornado warning, they will decide to go with that severe thunderstorm warning, but they'll put the tornado possible tag on it to let you know, hey, there's not the same rotation, but it doesn't mean that circulation can't develop again. So that's kind of why National Weather Service will have that criteria inside of a severe thunderstorm warning, because we know there's the damaging winds, we know there's the hail threat, but there is also still a very low chance of a tornado possibly developing. So just wanted to kind of let you guys know about that in case you were wondering. All right, let's take it back out here live to our radar.
Yeah,
because we're still keeping an eye on this.
They extended that severe thunderstorm watch eastward to portions of southeast Wisconsin and eastern Illinois. So just a heads up on that.
Okay, yep. So that area there, does that include Chicago? It looks like it does.
Yep.
So yeah,
Sure.
that new severe thunderstorm watch, yeah, Chicago is included in that. What
You
and
sure?
that goes, yeah, it is. And that severe thunderstorm watch is going until midnight
Yeah.
Central Time.
Copy that.
So yeah, here you kind of see it on my screen here. So the red area over here, this is our tornado watch. This yellow area here, yellow shading, this is our severe thunderstorm watch. Up here, here's the storms that we've been monitoring, moving out of Janesville into the Delavan and Elkhorn area. New tornado warning down here on this
yeah.
storm southwest of Rockford.
Oh. Yeah. Yep, right there, just south of Adeline.
So, Rob, can you read what counties are these for here?
Yeah, I got you.
Pull it up
So
real
this is
quick.
gonna be for northwestern Ogle and southwestern Winnebago counties until 8:30 p.m. A severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Forreston, or 8 miles northwest of Mount Morris. Moving to northeast at 35 miles per hour. This is hazard tornado. It is rare indicated rotation. They did denote that this has a history of producing funnel clouds. Take it around.
Yeah. So we can see, yeah, right around Adeline there
Yep, right there.
is where that rotation is developing there. There you go. That's I got your screen on, Rob. Yeah, you can see
right.
it's really kind of developing there. I thought that was going to be the last tornado warning there up in Wisconsin, and now all of a sudden we got this one here.
Yeah, you have this little appendage right here. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of trying to develop a little appendage hook
it's
type of situation.
a lot of these storms say, like we said, are gonna be very quick hitting, and they're not gonna be long track. It's because of the moisture and because of the shearing too. The shear isn't as strong as it was yesterday.
And also the cold pooling going on. Like,
Yeah.
look at that storm kind of behind it. Like, that's
Mhm.
all just going to eventually it's already up near Freeport. We're already starting to see those storms converging together, cold pooling. So this probably, we'll have to see how quickly the storm kind of behind it absorbs into this tornadic storm that we're looking at here. But again, if you're in Adeline over toward Lightsville, Egan, those areas here, kind of in this area, that's where your immediate tornado potential is going to be here. And then eventually maybe heading up toward the Seward area. So we'll keep an eye on it as we continue through the evening. Our tornado warning up here in the Janesville area, that should be expiring here shortly. So this is kind of our area of interest here right now. Rob, keep an eye on anything going on down in Kansas and stuff like that for me. I've got Wisconsin and Northern Illinois covered. Just keep an eye on if there's anything significant going on down there.
Yep. Ooh.
Oh, look at that. Let me flip over to you, Rob. Where is this at?
This is just south of Coffeyville, Kansas, coming into the border. It looks like we've got some rotation here. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
Did they?
Right there, some
Yeah, I
broad
see the
rotation.
I'm trying to figure out what that warning
right
was.
here, just near South Coffeyville, Oklahoma. So, and they have a TVS mark on it. Look at that. Let's take a look at that there. 61 mile per hour at 4,000 feet. So, lower to mid-level rotation. Max shear 19. So, yeah, I mean, I would definitely keep a close eye on this. Eastern Coffeyville, you definitely need to keep an eye on this storm here, just south of South Coffeyville.
Thanks, Rob. That's why we got a team here, guys, so we can be monitoring multiple storms here across the central U.S. this evening. All right, coming back up here to our tornado warning southwest of Rockford. Again, this is a radar-indicated rotation that we're seeing. We do have some circulation here west of Lightsville. This tornado warning does go until go until 8:30 Central Time there for northwestern Olney and southwestern Winnebago County there in north central Illinois. So again, keeping an eye on this. Yeah, right here around Adeline, things are definitely starting to seem like they're tightening up a little bit on our velocity scans there. Yeah, just kind of on the northwest side of Adeline. That's where your rotation is going to be right here, just north of West Lightsville Road. So this is going to be heading up between German Valley and Eagan, and eventually up here toward the Seward area. So if you're in German Valley, Eagan, or Seward, or along Montague Road there, west of Westfield Corners, that region there is where you guys need to be taking some tornado shelter right now, as this storm is continuing to show signs of pretty strong rotation now just north between German Valley and Adeline.
Copy that. Yeah, we're still watching this storm here. I mean, there also, there's a lot of hail. I mean, 2-inch hail is what they're denoting. Let's see what it says in the warning. Foresight hail, they might upgrade that to 1.5 because look at that hail core.
Yeah, that's a pretty intense hail core there. That's in Kansas, correct?
Yeah, they just issued a new severe thunderstorm warning. Oh no, it's an update. Let's see. 0 is okay over South Coffeyville, moving east to 45, 6-mile-per-hour wind gusts, $0.50 size hail. There you go.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Those storms down there have been some big hail producers today.
Yeah,
big hail producers today.
A lot of good lapse rates over there too.
Yep. I do think that this storm up here near Rockford right now just kind of needs to be in the monitoring stage with this. Winnebago is more in the line of fire, I would say, than Rockford proper. So if you live over near, again, Winnebago, Seward, that area needs to be taking those tornado precautions. But Rockford right now, you guys are okay.
Oh, it's on the ground. The one in Illinois is on the ground. Oh no, this one's on the ground near Muscatine.
Hold on, I'm coming over to you, Rob. All right, go ahead.
Sorry.
So we got a confirmed tornado here.
Yes.
Observed.
Southwestern Rock Island, northwestern Mercer, and then Iowa Central, Louisa, and southwestern Muscatine counties until 8:30 p.m. This is a confirmed tornado near Letts, or 8 miles northeast of Columbus Junction, moving east at 35. Ping pong ball size hail and a damaging tornado on the ground.
Wow.
So, Muscatine, Iowa.
Yeah,
definitely be.
That just kind of came out of nowhere, and that's the whole story with these tornado warnings tonight. They are happening fast. Like once again, it's nothing, and then 10 minutes later, boom, it is a tornado dropping down on the ground. All of today's tornadoes really have been very, very quick developers, and that's exactly what we're seeing here in the storm here in southeast Iowa. Again, so Fruitland, you definitely need to be underground taking shelter right now. There is our rotation marker right here just east of Letts that we can see. That is where it is showing us that the tornado likely is. That's our tornado, 62.6% confidence that tornado is sitting right here, just where they were saying east of Letts.
Yep.
So that is now east of US 61. It's gonna be crossing over the border from Iowa into western Illinois there.
This area right here is where that tornado would be.
Yep. Wow, it's going toward the Louisa generating station over there. That's not good. I think that's a power plant.
So it might go just south of Muscatine if it doesn't turn more north. If it goes south, if it doesn't go north, oh yeah, look, the airport is about to get it. That's not good. So
Yeah, that's not good.
the airport, Fruitland. I mean, if you're in Fruitland, I hope you're already in shelter. This should be in Fruitland right now. I think just
Yeah,
west
it's going
because
to be basically coming right through the Fruitland area there. Yep.
yep, copy that.
So
Great inflow
Fruitland
in
and
this.
Cameron Trailer Court,
Yep.
because it's kind of moving east northeast.
Yeah, copy that.
Yeah, just got that new scan there. Again, this
Different.
is a law enforcement confirmed tornado, meaning law enforcement did observe, call it in to the National Weather Service there. So we do know that there has at least it been that confirmation with this particular storm. Yeah, it's likely right there in Fruitland where this brighter reflectivity is. Anything
Yeah.
on our correlation coefficient?
Yeah.
Not very well
Not
defined.
really, no.
Maybe a little bit right here near Fruitland,
Yeah,
kind of
like something right
east
here.
of the airport. It's kind of
Yeah.
messy, hard to tell, but
Enrod's kind of messy too.
yeah,
The best place to see is right here on the storm relative.
yeah,
Yeah, you can see that. I mean, it's very small, but you can see like right here. So it might be just near Fruitland right now. So if
yeah.
you're in Fruitland,
I think it's right over the Fruitland area.
yeah,
Yeah, it's pretty much right over Fruitland, maybe just south of the airport.
it popped up out of nowhere, man.
Yeah. All right,
I wouldn't even watch.
keep an eye on that one, Rob. I'm gonna come back up here. While you're doing that, talking about that, I'm gonna come back up here to our one near Rockford because
Okay, copy that.
I do want to just check on that. So, but keep covering the
Will do.
Fruitland one.
Yeah. So yeah, we like I said, we have this rotation marker. Now it says 42%. So
Also, breaking news: Elkhorn. Sorry, we got to it. Elkhorn, Wisconsin, under a tornado warning.
oh no.
Yep,
Oh.
new
Copy that.
tornado warning there.
Oh. Look at that line. Wow.
Hey, there is a tornado warning for Elkhorn, including your area.
Straight line wind damage.
So
Is it this thing right here?
yeah, right in there. Yep.
Yeah. I can't remember if he's on the north side or the south.
I'm pretty sure he's on the north side. I think. I don't know exactly where he's at. I just know he's in that area.
Yeah.
But
Hope
yeah,
he's all right.
it's only moving at 30 miles an hour.
Yeah. So that's gonna be it right here. That little donut is small.
But man, it's going right
Yep,
into
right,
right there. Yep.
right there. Yeah.
That's going right into
Wow. Things are getting pretty busy again.
I know. I thought things were dying out, and then
Ooh,
all of a sudden
new scan.
we've got all this going on.
It's right over Elkhorn right now.
Yep. Man. Yeah,
It doesn't look as good as the last scan.
no, it doesn't. It doesn't. But
they're getting some
it's
crazy
that's
winds.
one of oh yeah, the winds right now are absolutely observed tornado. This is now observed, radar
Oh.
confirmed. Confirmed tornado located over Elkhorn, moving east at 30 miles per hour. This radar confirmed. So, tree damage likely. It's going to be moving through Elkhorn here in the next 3 to 6 minutes. So if you live in Elkhorn or on the east side along near Interstate 43, Aurora Lakeland Medical Center, Bowers, out toward Bowers, and Spring Prairie, all these areas, you guys need to be taking your tornado precautions. Right along Interstate 43, they're crossing that area here any minute now. So we've got two ongoing tornadoes. We've got the one here in Elkhorn. We also have the Rockford tornado, which is not confirmed right now, but it's looking better west of Rockford. And we've got our tornado down here near Muscatine. and Fruitland. So,
Yeah.
wow, a lot going on right
A lot
now,
going
guys.
on, man. Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
Yep. Hopefully we hear from Dan soon. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, I text him.
Yeah. Maybe he's posting on social media about it. He usually does that.
I don't know. You wanna? Let me see if I might just call him.
Oh, new update. It's on this guy right here. Radar indicated. No longer on the ground here near Fruitland.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, he's on social media posting about it.
Okay.
So he's okay for now, hopefully. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
What's
Still, I
this right
mean,
here?
I couldn't remember if he was on the north side or like how far outside
Yeah,
of Elkhorn he is.
I thought he
at
had
exactly.
a beacon. I don't know if he does.
Well, he does. He just probably doesn't have it on at the moment.
Yeah.
He probably wasn't expecting a tornado warning today, in all
No.
honesty.
I mean,
I
it's
talked
right
to him
there.
earlier. He's like, yeah, I don't think it's going to be quite like yesterday. But today isn't like yesterday, but it is QLCS Tornadoville. That is today. QLCS
Yep.
Tornadoville.
Well,
That's
no
that
update.
Rockford one. Did that one just still radar indicated?
Yeah.
Okay. It's looking good, though. This one down here, it's got a right over Egan here.
Oh, yeah,
it's
look
got
at
a
that
really,
little inflow
really
notch.
tight couplet starting to develop right here over the Egan and Myrtle area. So it's going to come right up
Yeah,
towards
look at
Seward.
that.
Yep.
Right there, man.
Yeah. So that's what I was
Wow.
saying earlier, like 5 minutes ago when I was talking about that.
That looks really, really.
Yeah, I'm
good on
surprised that's
radar.
not radar confirmed. This could go radar confirmed, too.
It could definitely. Man, I was not expecting this tonight.
Yeah, here it's like 8 o'clock magic, man.
Yeah, man.
It's like sun goes down and boom, all the
Yeah,
tornadoes come
things
out.
just go. Yep. So it looks like it's past Elkhorn now. The
Yeah,
tornado.
I'm curious about as far as like wind damage and stuff like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
that
same.
line there, that's doing some serious wind damage tonight.
Oh, we have a report right here.
From
Funnel
east.
cloud.
Okay,
there.
East Troy down through Elkhorn, down all the way to Walsworth.
I'm hearing a lot of alerts. What's going on?
Okay, that one there, here near Seward, they issued another tornado warning.
Oh, right here.
And it's also showing a tornado marker. Do you have the tornado AI on?
I got it.
Yeah,
54.9%.
54.9. Yep. Man, look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
see the emerald
that's
on that
probably
thing.
gonna
Wow.
if that's not on the ground, it's
So-
about to be.
Allworth, Winnebago, southern Seaward. You need to be in your shelter.
Yeah, if you live in these western suburbs of Rockford, you need to be taking shelter right now. This one's that's serious, man. That's one of the better signatures I've seen all night tonight. In
Yeah.
all honesty, there.
100%, definitely. Elkhorn. I mean,
What about
if
that
there is
one behind
rotation,
it?
it's gonna be right here. Looks like it passed off a little bit south. So, yeah.
Look over there. Put the storm relative velocity on, Rob. Look here, southwest of German Valley. It's almost like there's a second area of
German Valley. Is
rotation
that down
there.
here?
Yeah.
Oh,
See
yeah,
that
look
right
at that.
behind it?
Yeah, 2 areas of rotation.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is gonna absorb that one or if it's gonna stay dominant.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but if you're in German Valley, I'd also be taking cover as well between German Valley and Egan there, along West Egan Road and West Montague Road. This whole area here in the western suburbs of Rockford is just getting rocked right now.
What a day, man.
Elkhorn, that line has moved east of Elkhorn. It has crossed the interstate. Now, crossed the interstate. Interstate 43, if you are east of Interstate 43, this is coming into your area. So Bowers, Spring Prairie need to be taking your tornado shelter. At this time, downtown Elkhorn, this is blasting through, but the tornado threat now should be off to your east. With that, again, there was a confirmed observed tornado with this storm here over Elkhorn just 7 minutes ago. So still could be something on the ground. Thinking it's kind of just north of Bowers, if I'd have to guess, where the tornado is, kind of right in this area here, just north of Bowers. That's okay. New update. So yeah, that line continues to push east. We'll have to see if they issue another tornado warning east of Elkhorn and all. Right now they have not, but it's coming into the Spring Prairie area, western Spring Prairie.
They're going to trim this backside of Elkhorn, the western side.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see if they're going to put a new tornado warning, because this thing's kind of picked up speed a little bit. Yep, there it is. New tornado warning east of Elkhorn. So Spring Prairie, Burlington, Lyons, Waterford, Eagle Lake, Union Grove, and Padlock Lake now all under this tornado warning right now. So if you live in these areas, again, this has been an observed tornado. This does have that history of producing tornadoes, so you need to be taking this seriously. There is not a observed tornado right now at the moment with this, but we do know that right along this line here, we've had these QLCS tornadoes develop. So if you live in the Spring Prairie over toward Burlington area, up toward Honey Creek, Honey Lake, really anywhere along the leading edge of this line here where you see this red shifting over to the green, that's where we could, anywhere along that line, we could see a tornado quickly develop here. West of Honey Creek right now, that little area looks like an interesting feature in the rotation, and then around the Spring Prairie area as well looks a little interesting. So keeping an eye on that one. Down here, southwest of Rockford, Illinois, we also have this tornado warning as well. Pretty strong couplet that we've seen here. Now moving east of Seward up toward Alworth. It was looking a little bit better the last scan, so the good news with that again, it seems to be that rotation definitely seems to be diminishing, which is good. Good news there. But still going to be really strong storms, some hail, likely going to be possibly coming into the Rockford area as well. So a lot going on right now, guys. A lot going on. If you're on the stream and in the live chat, just give us a minute because we're kind of covering everything that's going on here. We are still monitoring it, though. But right now, yeah, here east of Elkhorn, again, there was that funnel cloud that was observed there in downtown Elkhorn area this evening.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, this rotation's not looking so good, but here near German Valley is starting to pick up a little bit.
Yeah, that's that second area of rotation that I was talking about, Rob. I would not be surprised to see them. There's that tiny little, I don't know why they did such a tiny little tornado warning there, but they'll probably end up issuing maybe because it's basically training and going to move into the same area where the previous tornado warning was.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully we get some updates about Dan.
Yeah, you said you had seen him post earlier on Facebook.
Yeah,
but
I did.
Man, what a storm complex here going. And this thing's gonna go all the way to Lake Michigan again tonight.
Yep.
New tornado warning down south, down here near Keokuk.
Yeah, I was looking at that earlier.
That one just popped up too. Man, things are lighting up here this last 30 minutes. So Warsaw, Keokuk. This is moving from Missouri, and it's basically the Missouri, Iowa, Western Illinois area here. We do have tornado detected here. 71% confidence here with this tornado being ongoing right now. Just radar indicated, but this could very quickly develop, spin up and drop a tornado here at any moment. So if you live in the Warsaw, Keokuk area, up towards Sandusky more, you need to be taking your tornado precautions at this time with this storm very quickly developing.
That confirm went off the board.
Okay, 10-4.
That's why I was doing that. That's good.
The one up near Muscatine?
No, the one near Elkhorn.
Okay, the Elkhorn one.
That was confirmed on the board.
Okay.
Yeah, this is really starting to go linear.
Yeah, that whole complex there really is huge wind damage threat right now up in Wisconsin and northern Illinois with that whole complex moving through. This is, I'm taking a look here at real quick, Rob, at this one down here that just went worn down here near Warsaw area. So this is the area that we're watching here. You can kind of see the rotation here just west of Warsaw. And there's our little marker kind of between Warsaw and Wayland. Confidence, though, has gone down to about a 45% confidence of tornado being observed there. So we'll definitely keep an eye on that storm because that's popped up down here near Davenport. I do want to quickly take a look at you're on the Rockford storm, right, Rob?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're back over
Fire's name in it. That's all it said.
Okay.
I did hear from Dan. He said that he was posting about the tornado warning near Racine County, so I think they're okay. He just posted 3 minutes ago on Facebook about it.
Okay, 10-4. Great. Glad he's okay.
Yeah. Yep. That's good to know, man. Yeah. What's the storm doing here just near Muscatine? Thankfully, Muscatine didn't see a direct hit because that would not be good.
There's still a little bit of an appendage on that storm right now.
Hey Dan, welcome in.
Hey Dan.
Hey, good evening, guys.
Great to see you. So what's the update? Give us the lowdown there in Wisconsin, guys. Joining us now is Dan Queen up in Elkhorn, Wisconsin, where we were just covering.
Well, I'm just going off of based on other reports here that I'm able to see here, along with what I'm viewing here on radar. And they had a spotter confirmed tornado on the ground in Elkhorn. It didn't include any text as exactly on where it was, but based on what I was seeing here, to me, it appears like it would have been towards the southern side of Elkhorn. So like around I-43 and what would be Highway 67, around that area, moving east, northeast. And then they ended up extending that tornado warning again further east into portions of Racine and Kenosha County.
Which is still ongoing at this time. It just doesn't have the observed tag on it with that, it looks like. So what about the wind? What were the winds like there? Did you have any sort of wind damage or anything? Because, I mean, when we were looking at the radar, even outside of that tornado threat, that straight line wind threat looked pretty intense.
We as close as we were to that, I think I was, exactly where I am. So without saying, like, I was just far enough away, I think, to not be in that wind field from the tornado that went through, because I was far enough north from that. On the flip side, though, to my surprise, because we were on the northern side of that storm, I'm kind of surprised we didn't get any hail. And usually on the north side of rotation like that, you're generally in a hail core with a storm moving from a general west-east direction, of course. And we didn't get any hail. We ended up getting an SVR issued just prior to the tornado warning going out. That was for 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. And looks like, we just got a new tornado warning. I'll let you take it, Joey.
So this is a new tornado warning here for that same line of storms there for central Racine County. This is going till 9 p.m. this evening. You can kind of see just north of the Burlington, Honey Creek area that we were just taking a look at. We've got this right along this leading edge of the line there where we're seeing that increased threat of rotation there in the Waterford area. So if you are in Waterford, Rochester, Buena Park area, need to be taking those tornado precautions at this time. Because, again, like me and Rob have been saying all night long, this whole storm complex today, it's not like yesterday. We're not having the, strong long track tornado threat. These are brief, 2-3 minutes maybe at most. The spin up tornadoes, they're still doing damage. So you need to be taking this seriously for sure. There in Waterford, and then also here west of Burlington, right in this area here, also seeing right around the airport, actually seeing a good bit of rotation. So anywhere along this line here, as it continues to track off to the east, where we get these little notches in that line, that's where we can have that threat for those brief spin-up tornadoes, like Dan was just talking about and what happened in Elkhorn tonight.
Yeah, and all of these here, I mean, not only are we now at, it's fully nighttime here now as well. Looking on here, it appears like these are going to be completely rain wrapped anyway, so you're not going to have a chance to see it. I know we had the spotter confirmed. He probably was further south on it, looking north on it, was able to get a view at it, but you're probably not going to see this.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of these are basically HP QLCS tornadoes. With the way the winds are kind of wrapping around, especially this Waterford one, if there was something, it'd probably be kind of sitting back in that rain shield a little bit. And the same thing, the Burlington one might be a little bit more visible. There's actually a decent little notch here, kind of just on the west side of Burlington. So if you were in Burlington looking west, you might be able to see it if there's something there. Again, nothing confirmed with this right now. But those are two different areas along this line that we're watching.
I'm back.
Oh, man. We got another one somewhere.
Yeah, I heard it. Illinois, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Over here, the Muscatine one. Muscatine.
Yeah. There's a rotation marker just near Eliza.
Oh, yep.
South.
Right here. Yep. I see it. Yep. Eliza and Petersville. So Buffalo Prairie, Eliza. It's actually, right up here near Petersville. Go ahead, Dan.
We got SVR warnings now for Waukesha and Milwaukee County. Those are obviously populous areas.
Yep. So, yeah, that does include all of downtown Milwaukee now under that severe thunderstorm warning with the threat of those straight line winds that we were talking about, especially the southern side of Milwaukee with this. I think if you're up near Shorewood and north, you're probably going to be okay. They do still have you included in that warning. But really, if you're along and south of Interstate 94 through, West Allis, Greenfield, down toward Oak Creek, that area there, including the Milwaukee International Airport there, that area there is where you have that potential for those 50 to 60 mile per hour severe thunderstorm wind gusts. Not really seeing as much in the way of hail with these, like you were mentioning earlier, Dan. Typically you would think, but really none of these storms have been a hail-producing storm outside of maybe a little bit of small hail on some of these, but they're not really your big hail-producing type of severe storms.
And something else I'll add too, keep in mind, with all the rain that we had, the ground is absolutely saturated. So those 60 mile per hour winds, it's not going to take much to turn over some trees if it catches the right way.
Yep. Especially with all have you guys gotten all your leaves up there yet? Because we pretty much have all of ours now. So
they're on their way.
Okay.
It's not fully, but we've had trees down from yesterday, and we've had even more rain since then. So same kind of situation here.
Yeah, Rob was talking about all the rain you guys have had, and all the flooding as well. You know, we see a lot of these. That's the other thing you mentioned is we've got a lot of these flash flood warnings too, kind of behind this line, from where that line went through earlier. So that's a big threat all the way from Madison over through, Janesville, Whitewater, even including the downtown Milwaukee. You guys are under a flash flood warning for the next 2 hours because we've already had flooding ongoing in some of these areas, and an additional easy 1 to 2 inches of rain is likely and expected in those areas. So this is really brings all the different threat. When you think of severe weather, you've got the wind threat, you've got the tornado threat, you've got the flooding threat. So you really got a triple threat with this storm system here in Milwaukee. New update to the severe thunderstorm warning there in your area, Dan. That does continue till 9 o'clock Central. Those storms are only moving at 20 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gusts, penny-sized hail. They do still have that tornado possible tag on it for really areas kind of east and south of Elkhorn, especially in around the Burlington area.
Yeah, what I'm seeing here is it looks like if you're now, of course, obviously heed any warnings, but pretty soon, if you're going to be west of I-43, your chances of encountering severe weather are going to greatly diminish here in a moment.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I mean, you're kind of coming through the backside there, right along I-43, as Dan mentioned there. So probably another 5 to 7 minutes, and this should be, well, maybe a little bit longer. It's not moving that fast. Probably more like 10 minutes or so. 10, 15 minutes. It'll be probably east of the I-43 area. Because it's pretty much coming through. It's probably already started tapering down where you're at there, Dan, I'd imagine.
My particular area, we've gotten quieter. I'm not in the clear, but you're
coming out of it.
I'm in a fine spot here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So something else though that I want to bring to your attention, they have not extended the tornado warning for Racine County, which is the same one that we've been watching at, which was previously the confirmed cell that was in Elkhorn that's been moving northeast. It's about to cross the threshold here of that tornado warned polygon here, and they haven't extended it yet. So I don't know what they're thinking there, if they're going to need to reissue, or to me, it looks like it started to fall apart a little bit. Some of that rain developed out in front of it, which is probably choking it out some.
Yeah,
so they may not reissue that.
Yeah, it's definitely the outflow is kind of cutting off that circulation. That's exactly right, Dan. That's exactly what's happening. So I don't think they might, but I don't think that they're going to need to, in all honesty, from what I'm seeing.
But
if anything,
I do see some pretty strong straight line winds though here out of this yet.
Oh yeah, and that severe thunderstorm warning that does go all the way to the coast, they do have the tornado possible tag on that. And me and Rob had kind of talked a little bit earlier in the live stream about why they do that when they don't want to reissue another tornado warning. Instead, they'll have the severe thunderstorm warning get issued and add in that tornado possible tag. Where it is a very low chance, but it's still not nothing. So I think that's kind of the decision that NWS kind of has made with this one here. So
well, not only that, but I'm thinking, if you put a tag like that on there and you know enough about how the warnings are issued, you see that tornado possible tag, you think, well, maybe you know what, I'm going to keep my phone just a little bit closer to me in case if this does go tornado warn, I want to make sure I get the alert.
Exactly. Right. So. Great communication on their part. All right, Rob, I'm tossing it back over to your screen there, sir. So,
yeah. So, we did have a new tornado warning that did come out here in Missouri. This is gonna be heading towards St. Louis. This is just near Vienna, Missouri. Seeing a little bit of rotation just to the southeast side of Vienna. Not a lot, honestly. So, that to keep an eye on. That goes until 9:15 p.m. Central in Marys County, Missouri. This is gonna be near Vienna.
All right, thank you for that update because I didn't even see that one get out. The last 30 minutes have been bonkers here, Dan.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I've been watching, but I've also had people texting
oh
me
yeah,
and messaging me here too. And
right.
then once I was in the clear enough from that confirmed tornado, I saw that we were streaming here, so I thought I would jump on and offer what I had.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it was further enough to myself where um, I didn't get too up close and personal with it, but yeah, still fairly close enough, especially when you have one that's confirmed as on the ground.
I'm
Yeah.
curious. Driving around it all today, have you seen any sort of damage at all in the area from yesterday's storms?
Um, I have not made it out today due to
Okay,
work, but I have seen multiple pictures of from damage in the area. Our local National Weather Service in Milwaukee, that's based out of Sullivan here, did go ahead and confirm at least two that I'm aware of. I'm sure there's probably more at this point that I didn't see yet. One of them was an EF2 near Sussex and Lisbon. That was an EF2,
hmm.
and um, they did confirm an EF0. And now that I'm talking about it, I can't remember where exactly that one was. But I'm pretty sure they're going to have more.
Up near
If they haven't put out
Whitewater,
already,
maybe.
that they will be. Um,
Was
I
there?
want to. Yeah, it could have been, or even further west towards Madison. There was another. I think it was further west than that.
Gotcha. Maybe they're near
Um,
like Slaughton or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I
I
don't
feel like
recall
I
off the top
remember
of my
that.
head.
Right around
Um,
what is that? 3990 area.
yeah, if
Kind
you
of
give
more in
me a
that
minute,
area.
I could probably find it here.
Well, that Rockford storm tornado warning dropped off. So Rockford
Yep.
is under a severe thunderstorm warning. Um, with that, but no tornado warning on that. So, but there has been trained weather spotters saying that this storm has a history of producing quarter-size hail in Winnebago and the west side of Rockford. So there was that hail report there about 10 minutes ago out there from
Okay.
broadcast media.
Let me correct myself here. It was an EF1 tornado southwest of Endeavor in Marquette County that they confirmed.
Okay. Wow.
So one EF2, one
Wait.
EF1, and I don't think they got over to the East Troy damage area yet, or if at least they didn't make a post on it yet, because I'm pretty sure they're going to have.
Yeah, from
I'm
that.
thinking they're going to have one more
Yeah.
at least.
And then maybe one here from today. So, I mean, when was the last time you had 4 tornadoes in 2 days, Dan? It's probably
A
been a
few
while.
years. Well, actually, it was only a few years ago. The north side of Elkhorn did have a confirmed tornado that made its way through one of the golf courses that we have up here. I don't know if you remember that one. But that one actually wasn't too far away from me either. Actually, that one would have been closer than if tonight's tornado in Elkhorn is where I think it was on the south side of Elkhorn. That one would have been further away than the
Yeah.
one that we had a few years ago.
Steven Johnson asking, is Elkhorn clear? Yes. Elkhorn, especially if you're in the northern side of Elkhorn, you are in the clear. If you are out toward the Spring Prairie area east of Elkhorn, you are not in the clear yet. But if you, I would say, if you are pretty much north of the I-43 corridor in Elkhorn, your tornado threat has subsided.
North
Still
and
getting some rain and probably some lightning and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but the
And
tornado threat has passed off to your east and southeast there. So thanks for asking that
and
question.
And if he's local, if I were to, if he's in the area, anything north of like Abel's Corners, you're gonna be fine. In case if that helps him, if he's from around here,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
he'll know where that
He
is.
just dropped that
Yeah.
question in the chat, so I did see that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, wow, what a day!
Yeah, man. I mean, when we first started streaming, it was just, a couple tornado warnings that were expiring, and then it just all, resurged again.
Yeah. Still keeping an eye though on this line. It's coming through the Eagle Lake and into the Wheatland area there. Right around Wheatland, maybe seeing a little bit of decent rotation here. Let me pop back over to my screen. There we go. Seeing a little bit of loose rotation there between Bonners Lake and Wheatland area. And then up here near Union Grove, this is, again, still active tornado warnings here, guys, with this. So we don't want to let our guard down because we can have a very quick spin-up tornado at any moment, and really anywhere along this line. But these are just a couple different areas that I'm seeing that are kind of jumping out at me a little bit. Right kind of on the west side of Union Grove. Seeing that, and then kind of over near the Wheatland area and a little bit maybe kind of south of the Rosewood area. So those are a couple different areas that I'm seeing here within these tornado warnings still active here in Racine County there. And again, these do continue here till the top of the hour. And I believe we just got a new, where's that at, Rob? That down here near Davenport? Oh, no, this is the Macomb one down here, Carthage.
Yeah, Missouri.
Well, now it's actually moved into Illinois. It was in...
Yeah, Illinois.
Yeah. There's also new storms back over here north of Des Moines that are firing up, too.
Yeah, I saw that. Another little semi-discrete / discrete areas there, so...
Yeah, there's this storm down here also coming into western Illinois that we're showing potential for tornado, 57% confidence on that area as well. We have a report of a wall cloud on this storm from Carson there, 2 miles east-northeast of Hamilton, Illinois. So again, that tornado warning there, that continues as well to the top of the hour for central Hancock County in Illinois. So if you live in that area here along US 136 out toward Carthage, need to be prepared to take cover. Again, just radar indicated rotation with that. And then we also have this tornado warning down here near Vienna, Missouri.
Yep.
Yeah, that's radar indicator rotation as well there for central Maries County. So still quite a few tornado warnings out there here this evening.
Yeah. And then you have this line coming in from Kansas, so there's a lot more coming in.
Yeah, there's a lot more coming in. That's not what I want to hear, Rob.
I'm sorry.
Just gonna take a focus here on like northern Racine County, southern Milwaukee County, anything from Raymond over to Caledonia, soon to be Wind Point, and then anything from about Franklin up to Greendale, South Milwaukee, Oak Creek, your southern suburbs of Milwaukee. Looking at the velocity here, you should be experiencing some fairly strong straight line winds here. No doubt is what prompted those warnings, of course, which was warned for 60-mile-per-hour winds. So velocity even right now, well, after that warning was issued, I would say is still living up to that criteria that prompted those warnings.
Yeah, for sure. I'm seeing, easily anywhere from 48 to close to 60 miles per hour. I
was able to
pick
a 60.
Yeah.
So,
So that one tornado warning here the northern one did get discontinued. It looked like
Yeah.
the Burlington area one is still. It just expired just now.
For me,
So
it fell off. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that
so
fell off. Yep.
all tornado warnings now in southeast Wisconsin as have been expired, discontinued.
So I have a few in Iowa and Illinois, Missouri.
Yep. But definitely still a straight lined damaging wind threat here all through southeastern south and southeastern, really eastern Racine County there. And over toward Kenosha County too. For sure.
Must be a lot of Cape because
Update
these
on
storms in Iowa,
this.
they've had a lot of storms already, and they're already getting another round. So definitely,
Picking up a little bit of speed on these storms. They're now moving, the ones near South Milwaukee moving at 40 miles per hour. These were moving at 30 earlier. So we're starting to see a little bit of an increase in forward speed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which can really be bad because the damaging winds, when your motion increases, it can increase those winds at the surface too.
Seeing a little bit of broad rotation right by the Milwaukee International Airport there near Cudahy. That's soon going to be out by the lake, though.
yeah,
It's very broad and it's not strong.
I
But
see what you're talking
It looked
about.
like
Dan.
there might be a fish NATO somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
around
There could be a
this
water
Yeah,
spout
yeah,
there. And they do have that special
lake
marine
NATO.
warning out there for a water spout possible tag on it.
A lake NATO.
Yep. Lake Michigan, near shore and open
Yeah.
waters to mid-lake from North Point Light to Winthrop Harbor. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing water spouts located along, moving
it's
east at 25 knots.
Yeah, so if you're in Milwaukee County right now, I would say what prompted that warning was those straight line winds, which appear to me now to be majorly over the lake. Right now, I think your current concern is going to be any kind of flash flooding for that area because we've seen quite an abundance of rain.
And there is a flash flood warning for that area. That does continue here until 11 p.m. Central again. So there is an active flash flood warning there, which does include Milwaukee County, Washington County, Waukesha County, Ozaukee County there, and Dodge County. So all those areas there, very large area there under that flash flood warning as the rain continues to fall.
Yeah.
Unless if you had something here right away, kind of wanted to draw attention back down into northern Illinois here. This would be kind of around near the Harvard area. See a little bit of an in notch here.
Oh yeah,
by,
right there. I see what you're
coming
talking
into
about.
Harvard.
Mhm.
And on the last velocity scan, it's super weak, but there is a little bit of opposite side rotation there showing west of Harvard. Been looking at that for the last couple of scans, and this last one, it kind of showed maybe some promise here of maybe starting to put something together. But
Kind of there near Chemung.
yeah,
Yeah, I see what you're talking about there.
Same.
Which is kind of surprised that's not even SVR warned right now. And that's the thing sometimes too, guys. NWS is not perfect. Okay, if you're watching, we're not perfect either. But we do like calling things out kind of as we see it, stuff like that. But sometimes you have to remember these radar scans only come out every 5 to 7 minutes. So a lot can happen in between scans that we just don't see, unless you're there on the storm looking at it. So when
I'll add to that.
Go ahead.
That's especially true with these what do you call it, QLCS storms, tornadoes.
Yep.
When they're embedded in a line like that, they can literally spin up and die in between scans.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Happens all the time. And that's why you'd be like, wait a minute, I don't remember there ever being a tornado warning for that. And you go back and you look at the, National Weather Service comes out and says, yeah, there was a tornado that hit, this area. It's like there was never a tornado. Why was there no tornado warning? Because it happened in between the radar scans, so they weren't able to issue a tornado warning. So that's why sometimes even those severe thunderstorm warnings, like if they put that severe thunderstorm warning tornado possible tag, there may never be a tornado warning issue, but it's sometimes better. You got to be prepared for that threat, especially given, these circumstances that you can have with these QLCS systems like we're having tonight.
That's happened several times,
Oh, Rob, there you go. You're showing the all those are all the river flood warnings down there, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also looking at this rotation Dan was talking about near Harvard. Oh, I heard a new warning somewhere.
That is.
I think
it was just an update in this Rolo one here.
Yeah, there is a little bit of range folding as this gets into like Kenosha, but you can still see, on the reflectivity. So we'll probably be relying on the Grand Rapids radar and the Chicago radar as we get into tonight with this line.
Yeah, as it keeps pushing south and east. Yeah, look at the Chicago radar, Rob. Come off Chicago radar and you'll see.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. See?
Yep.
That area kind of. It's obviously at this point you're so high up in the. But there's good upper level rotation at least.
Yeah.
Maybe not low level rotation, but in that general area, it just gives us that idea that there's something going on in that area.
Just east of Chemung and Harvard.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know how many miles away that is from the radar. It's probably like, 80, 100 miles, something like that.
Yeah.
Whew.
For now, it's not too bad. Just gives you an idea.
Yeah, just another angle to look at.
Well, I was also using KLT by Chicago because it doesn't have to penetrate through all that rain. It's got a much clearer shot at it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
New flash flood warning just issued for your area. This is for southern Rock County, Kenosha County, Racine County, and Walworth County till midnight tonight. Doppler radars indicated thunderstorms producing heavy rain. Between 1/2 and 1.5 inches of rain has fallen. Additional rainfall amounts of 1/2 to 1 inch are possible. Flash flooding is ongoing or expected to begin shortly.
Yep.
So
all kinds of fun.
Yeah. We could use some of that rain down here, Dan. I'm just saying.
I was
you're welcome to come get it.
I was just thinking about that. Yeah, we could use it.
Like fill in some helicopters or something like that. Some buckets and come on over and dump it on my front yard.
Same here.
You can take a couple of tornadoes here with you too. They're gonna have to start moving Tornado Alley further east.
I don't know about that.
But you guys can keep the hurricanes though. I don't want those.
Okay, we'll keep those.
You only get the land canes up there.
Yeah. Yeah, this one here in Elkhorn made its way past the Janesville wall. There's a hole they got to patch somewhere.
It sure did.
Mm-hmm.
And we were here live covering it as it happened.
Yeah. Right before that happened, of course, I brought up I fired up the radar here, and because I saw the one that they had warned to my west in Rock County. I'm like, all right, let's pull this up here. Let's start taking a look. And then I see the line, moving its way through. And, I've got a side-by-side here with velocity. And I'm like, ooh, this is interesting. Wait a minute. This looks actually pretty good. And then I realized how kind of close it was to me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
So I actually called everybody downstairs before the warning even got issued. And about not even 2 minutes later, they issued it. So sometimes it kind of pays to know.
Yep.
So tornadoes last night, Dan, were they in the same area or were they kind of just north of you or south of you?
Yes.
Mhm.
They
Yeah, so
kind of were
both.
all over.
Yeah.
I am waiting to see where the National Weather Service determines the East Troy tornado,
Started and
Yeah.
stopped.
where its genesis was, because we had some howling here that I've never heard before.
Wow.
And yeah, we kind of looked at each other and went downstairs before it even got warned. And it left in a hurry, but I'd be really interested. I'm really interested to see on where they're going to determine tornado genesis was on
How
that
close
one.
it was to you, yeah.
Yeah.
Copy that, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, it literally could have been like 30 seconds from you, you know? And you were in like, got the RFD or something like that of it.
I would not be surprised. I think it's set up. I know we're live, so darn
Mhm.
near close to where I am.
Yeah. Which is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Oh, man. Well, hopefully, it seems like Tornado Warningville, at least for Wisconsin, has concluded for the night.
Yeah.
South of Davenport, though, we still have this tornado warning. Not looking super impressive. That one's
Honestly,
gonna be expiring here at 9:15. I wouldn't be surprised if that one might go early.
I think these and I are either gonna die off or they're gonna like kind of like go south of the Dan.
Oh yeah, no, those will stay south. The ones that are in
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. They look
The-
pretty decent though. I mean,
Are you talking about the ones out near Des Moines or the ones down near Davenport?
Des Moines.
Oh, these, yeah, I don't. Those won't make it through the whole night. They'll die off.
Yeah. You can
They're-
see kind
they're
of like
not
an
gonna- Yeah,
outflow boundary kind of right here. So they're
Yeah.
going to be outflow dominant storms.
yeah, they're just off of that, so they'll eventually probably pull together. And what time is it out there? It's almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
So, I mean, still plenty of moisture there. Dew points even out in there in
Yeah.
the mid to upper 50s. So,
60s.
well, I mean, where Dan's at now with
Oh,
all that
yeah,
rain
yeah.
moving through, it's down to 55, 57, So it's come down some.
Since
Like out
we
near
have a
Kenosha,
little-
it's still 63.
Bit of a break. Can you flip over? I got a radar question here for you then, if we have a moment in
Yeah.
between events here. We go over to velocity on the Milwaukee one, KMKX,
Mm-hmm.
and you put your inspector over like northern Waukesha County. I know we're not seeing 67 mile per hour winds there based off of reflectivity.
No.
What is causing it to false like that?
It could be the winds coming in off the lake.
At 65 miles per hour? That far inland?
Possibly. Almost like a orographic lift type of situation is almost what it seems like. But you also look at the backside here over near Whitewater. You're still at 50, 55 mile per hour. The other thing it could also be, in all honesty, is almost like a mini, almost like a little low level jet coming in off the lake.
Okay.
Because you're at
like
what?
even down by me, it's closer to like 50 miles. I can assure you I am not experiencing 50 mile per hour winds right now.
Well, yeah, I mean that's 1,700 feet above your head.
Okay, so
There's
we're
a-
talking way up.
Yeah,
then.
it's up. I mean that's not surface level winds. Those winds are probably basically they're but behind this whole front, as it's basically you got the winds going, the outflow winds, and then behind it those winds kind of coming whipping on through. It's almost like a frontal passage, basically.
Yeah.
It's like the post storm winds from this MCV kind of coming in and wrapping around off the lake
And
here
look,
from
there's
down near
a-
like Sheboygan,
There's a
which is
tornado
probably why you
marker on-
have those stronger winds up
Okay.
there. Go ahead, Rob.
There's a tornado. Oh, there was. If you look at the Grand Rapids radar, it shows it right here. So,
Oh yeah, yep. I see what you're talking about there.
Yeah.
Coming off of Grand Rapids.
I don't know about that. I mean,
Maybe a water spout. I mean, they did
Yeah.
say that there's a threat of water
Definitely.
spouts out there.
it'd definitely be a water spout. So. Yep.
I mean, pretty decent little couplet out there. You know,
Yeah. Not bad.
they did say that
St.
there's
Louis
water spout
Would not be
potential.
wanting to be sailing out there right now.
No.
Yeah,
St. Louis gonna have to keep an eye on
just
this.
just throw your net out. You know, you'll have some fish
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
sucked up and just land in it. You know.
Or we can reintroduce a submersible.
Oh yes, the EWV submersible.
No,
Good
who had it
times.
last?
I honestly don't
Oh.
remember.
I don't remember either.
I think I sold it at a yard sale.
Probably me.
I need to make some money. Rob probably did have it. I think he had it in that
Hurricane.
last hurricane. Yeah.
Well, you guys are in a drought down there. It's been raining here for like the last
We'll give it
4
to you
days.
again.
Yeah.
I think I need the submersible for a while, and then I'll get it
Yeah,
back.
I
Yeah.
agree. I have to give it to Dan.
For sure, for sure. Well, we're down to one lone tornado warning here down south of Davenport, which is about
Yep.
to, I think it's about to expire here.
Yeah.
So we'll probably
a little
wrap
bit of
up
rain
this
again, but
wrap
yeah.
up this live stream here because things are finally starting to settle down. But my goodness,
what a day.
what a day! What a day! And Dan, thank you for. I'm glad you were able to hop in here and kind of fill us
Yes,
in
man.
on the Wisconsin situation up there.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.
That
Happy
was,
to help out. We have a break tomorrow for our area up here.
Yeah, and then you're back in it on
And
Friday.
then we're back in it again on Friday. So everybody up here in Wisconsin, enjoy your day off tomorrow. Back at it on Friday.
Yep. I mean,
Exactly.
that enhanced risk goes all the way to the Janesville Wall. There it is,
does.
right
It does.
there. We'll have to
it
see if
hits
they
the
expand
wall,
it.
and then it just goes to slight and then marginal. So
Yeah.
Are you
Hey,
technically in the slate?
he's
or
in
the
the slate.
marginal,
Yeah.
Dan?
I would be technically in the slight.
Yep.
Copy that.
So it's gonna be a busy day. But yeah, like we were talking about earlier, they kind of trimmed that down to marginal, and this is just down to slight. And then tomorrow, out in New York and Vermont, and then back out to your area there on Friday. So we'll probably be doing a live stream on Friday, I'm sure, with the enhanced risk.
Most likely.
So the week continues. So, really, they just had to issue. I literally was just about to end the live stream, and then
Come on.
they issue another
Max
tornado
Velocity
warning.
fell.
Another tornado warning here. I'll read.
It's that storm I've been watching too.
Yeah, it's the one down in Missouri. So this is North
that's
Central
going towards
Crawford
St.
County, Franklin, and southeastern Gasconade County there in Missouri. Moving east at 55 miles per hour, radar indicator rotation. This is headed up toward the St. Louis area.
Yep.
Right there
It is.
along I-44. What in the world?
Chesterfield, all that.
Yeah. I've my wife has an aunt in Sullivan, Missouri. So that's just kind of
Copy that.
they're just on the border of that. I think they're just south of Sullivan though.
Looks like
Where's
Texas
highway?
is
Where's
quieted
highway?
down quite a
Highway
bit.
K. If I can find highway K, it actually might be in this warning.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly where, but they're kind of here in the Sullivan area.
Yeah.
But that's a messy little complex storm there.
Yeah.
What are we
I don't
seeing?
see a lot.
Yeah,
but
there's really not a ton of rotation
here.
on this. Yeah, kind of right here west of Oak Hill area,
Yeah.
and maybe a little bit here, kind of west of Japan. There's kind of two different areas on that, but not very, not super impressive at
no.
all. So, but St. Louis, keep your heads up. The next hour or two of these storms heading up your direction. This tornado watch doesn't even include St. Louis, so I'm curious if they'll end up adding additional counties later tonight, but maybe not. But other than that, severe thunderstorm warning down there. Up in Kenosha area, that expires here in 9 minutes. And our water spout's still ongoing, and just got a couple of storms here northeast of Des Moines. Even one back here behind the front. Look at that, Rob. See this one back here?
Yeah.
Down near Fort Dodge. That little storm there. So, but things are definitely overall starting to die down a little bit, which is good. So I probably am going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream tonight there, guys. But Dan, Rob, thank you for being on here. And to all of our viewers, thank you for being here with us this evening as we've been tracking this severe weather. We will be back here on Friday at some point in time. So make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel, have those notifications turned on, so that way when we go live, you will know about it. And we look forward to getting to cover all of that with you guys. It's been great being here with you guys. We will see you guys on Friday. If you're interested in getting connected with us, as I mentioned earlier, hit us up on Discord. We're on there. You can also connect with us on our Facebook page. We'd love to get to meet you guys, get you guys plugged in and involved. It's great getting to meet some new people on here tonight. Thanks for participating in the live chat, asking your questions. We'll see you guys on Friday. Stay safe and experience the extreme with all of us here at Extreme Weather Videos. Have a great evening, everyone.